Ladies and
Gentlemen,
it is I, the ultimate Kahuna, your captain this evening. I am joined by the beautiful A.C Pritchard. What's up? And then Herman the Hedge abides Hunter, famous author, world-renowned. We all know him. We all love him. And by a guest this evening, the wonderful Andrew Briggs.
Just so you know, I feel beautiful too.
Herman also feels beautiful. Yep.
Also, just realized I was muted. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's fantastic, man. Do you also feel beautiful, Andrew?
I always do, man. My mom told me it enough growing up. It's kind of locked in there.
Not me, man. Oh, anyway, it was a great time. Like, my mother loved me, but she didn't lie. Now,
dude, that's a hell of an intro.
Oh, thank you.
That's wild.
I tone it down a little bit. Oh, you mean no,
everything about it, man. The actual intro sequence, and then you got a good little voice acting bit going on there.
Thank you. It's fun. All my friends always ask me to do voices of orcs for their videos. It's a good time.
That's cool. That's cool.
But ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking about all sorts of things. We'll get into the kind of content that Andrew does. But the movie we are talking about is Disney's 1997 Hercules. Definitely Hercules, so strong. And it's definitely lore accurate. The mythology is spot on. There are no changes whatsoever. Obviously, we all know this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Andrew, when I first started messaging you, we agreed to have you come on the show. I said, hey, for you, I'm going to have you pick a movie that either profoundly affected you or a movie like that shaped you from your childhood, and you chose this movie. So before we get into the movie, why did you pick this movie in particular? I'm very curious.
The Go the Distance song is like so just burned into my childhood experience. I feel like there's kind of this thing that we're all taught to some degree as young little kids, young boys, I should say, where it is almost this aspect of like, you got to keep pressing forward. And I feel like that song is very emblematic of that. Just this like, shit's going to get terrible, but it's okay. Keep going, keep pushing. And I don't know.
Yeah,
it just
really, if I don't belong, I'll find the place where I do belong. It's a strong positive message.
Yeah.
In that
Plus,
song alone.
Like when I was a little kid, man, just looking at even teenage Hercules, his physique, I was like, damn, that dude is jacked. And then like he becomes a real Hercules, and it's like, oh, that's impossible. But it's still something that, little Andrew was like, I want to do that.
I know. And what's funny is like I've worked with a lot of military guys because I do construction. And it's like every Marine I've ever known that was basically them. Like they were Hercules in the beginning, like after the transformation, but in the beginning of the movie, it's like,
yep.
Oh, you look like a man, but you're still a child. This is fun. Just like I'm big, I'm 6'2" and I'm jacked, but I've never had a girlfriend, and now I have a gun. It's a good time.
Right.
So what you're saying is the message is don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling.
There we go. That's it.
No, that feeling. Yeah. But yeah, no, this is one of the last like Disney Renaissance films, and I really enjoy this movie. There's a lot that I like. I like the ideal of self-sacrifice. It's like, what is it? I like that message behind the movie. It's like, what does it mean to be a true hero? And Zeus, being Zeus, doesn't just tell him. He's just like, you'll figure it out. My theory is he had no idea. He was just bullshitting the whole time. But
yeah, it is kind of funny, like rewatching it, where it's like, dude, you can just tell him, and like shortcuts the whole movie.
It's like he was. I mean, we wouldn't have a film, and he wouldn't just have a route of discovery. So hence no film. But the whole time I'm like how Zeus isn't really a good dad here either.
Yeah, he just never really locks in on that for whatever reason.
But
lore
yeah,
accurate.
No. Oh, sorry. Go for it.
I was just saying, lore accurate dad.
Yeah. That part was true. Also, his loving mother Hera. For those who have studied the mythology, that's a little bit different, but
yeah, a little, just a bit.
We'll get into that. I don't mind the changes to the mythology. I kind of understand it a bit more. I think it's some of the bigger problems with the movie have to do with they were trying to have Hercules be two different archetypal characters, but two that don't really mix that well together, in my opinion. Um, all that being said, I still really, really love the film. The music slaps. The jokes are really funny. Um,
James Woods.
as
James Woods, man.
he was incredible.
Meg, my little nut. Meg.
Also, rewatching it for the first time in a number of years I have two younger kiddos. I was like, the sexual innuendo is
So many.
a lot more than I remembered.
Yeah. And I can't remember who Zeus is, like who the actual voice actor is, but my whole life I thought it was John Goodman.
No, James Woods.
No, Zeus.
No, that was Hades.
Oh, Zeus. Sorry, I misheard you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and I can't remember his name right now, but it's like Forest something or like River something. It's
Forrest
it's,
Whitaker?
No, it's not him.
Oh.
As soon as you look up who he is, you're gonna be like, oh, right, that guy. But yeah, my whole life I thought it was John Goodman, and then when I was watching it, I looked it up and I was like,
That's
wow,
not John
that's
Goodman.
crazy.
It's all of a sudden everybody starts looking up the film.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, it was interesting as I got older. I started learning more about the mythology and reading all of the literature, English translated, obviously, because who has the time to learn Greek? And then I'm like, why is his name wrong in all of these older books? Oh, never mind. Disney went with the Roman version of Hercules instead of Heracles or Heracles.
Yeah. Yeah, which is funny. I actually do wonder why they did that. One of the things that I never really thought about until I rewatched it was I was like, why are all the muses black? Nobody in Rome is black. And then I like looked it up. I was like, this is an interesting artistic choice. And it was like, oh, it's American gospel music. And I was like, yeah, fucking duh. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, I do remember.
This is
like
a Baptist choir. That's all this is.
Yeah, well, it's really funny because like I have a friend who she lives in Italy. She does not describe herself as Italian. She describes herself as Roman specifically. She is Roman. She is not Italian. And apparently, and I was thinking that this might be the thing. Apparently, there's like a really big divide in northern and southern Italy. And northern Italy, they're much like darker skinned. And I was like,
Yeah.
maybe they're like North Italians or something. And I was like, no, it's just American gospel music. I was like,
Yep.
oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, like even as a young child, I grew up in church and all of that. So I did that's not my church, but I did recognize that for
Right.
what that was even back then.
Mm.
It is a weird choice, but I think I kind of like it. It was fun. It was
It bangs,
really unique.
you know.
Yeah.
Like all things aside, if they had like, you know, a bunch of like Italian or white people singing gospel music, it wouldn't be wrong so much as it would be like, oh, like it totally lines up with the music.
Yeah, no, it works really, really well. It's one of those weird genre blends that people wouldn't think about, like this last year, K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah. Yep.
Works. Don't know why, but it does. I
Yeah,
like it. It was
does
fun.
for
My
some
kids love it.
reason.
But yeah, no, that's kind of an interesting thing too, because if you go far enough back in history, Italians were not considered. They were white, but they were considered like ethnic white. They were like the Irish. They were like, yeah, you guys are slaves. You're fine.
Yeah.
Except for Sicily, the punching bag of the Mediterranean, pretty much.
Yeah.
Every time there was a war, Sicily was like, well, all right, let's go.
Yeah. My mom's
why
husband,
the mafia was made. When you wonder why the mafia came about.
My mom's husband, super, super old school Italian guy. Like he's I think first or second generation American born
Nice.
Italian. And I don't know how it came up, but he was like, we were talking about, I think that specifically about how like Italians were kind of like not considered white. And I was like, oh, what was that like when you were a kid? And he was like rattling off some of the slurs from his childhood. And I was like, I have never heard a single one of these in my entire life. And one of the ones that I thought was kind of funny is like we all know the phrase "wop" from the Nicki Minaj song. Apparently, that used to be an insult for Italians. without
Out
papers.
papers, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep,
had never
yep.
learned that before. And he rattled that off and he thought it was the funniest thing ever. I was like, wow, dude, a lot's changed.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is like, I'm gonna
We're
steal that
reclaiming
real
this.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
the
like,
name,
I,
the name,
I'm yeah.
the guy who did Zeus was Rip Torn.
Rip Torn.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I looked
Yeah, I
it
was
up
going to
and-
say it's such
yeah.
a weird name. It's like impossible to remember, but you know it when you see it.
But it was an important thing to say, so I could interrupt you, Kahuna.
Yes,
True.
that is what we wanted. I looked it up too. I was like, oh yeah. It's one of those
Oh, yeah,
names
that guy,
it's one
whatever.
of those names that sounds fake.
Yeah.
It's like any 80s. It's like, what's her name? Oh, John Matrix. All right.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah. John Football.
Deadly Steel.
Like any Schwarzenegger character ever. Besides that time he
Oh
was
my
on
God.
what was it, that I Love Lucy show? Like one of his first roles in America. Did you ever see that?
I know the one you're
he was
talking
like
about.
the pool boy. It was really
Yes,
funny.
exactly.
I am John Dixon.
One of the really funny examples of that is during Harry Potter, where it's like, you know, everybody's got the most like on the nose name you can physically have. Like, oh God, of course I'm forgetting them all right now. But I mean, it's like, you know, what's the name of the Chinese girl? Cho Chang. What's the name of the African guy? Something Shacklebolt. Like, it's like everything felt like it was just, you physically couldn't have been more on the nose. That it was like, come on.
Pavarti Patil. I wonder where she's
Yeah. Like, it's unreal the lack of creativity in naming the characters. But I will say, when I was a little kid naming them, I definitely had a good image of what they all looked like in there, or in my mind, you know.
So like, on the other hand, I don't know, man. It worked. I got a good
Yeah.
mental picture.
Yeah, it definitely, like, you know, little elementary school Andrew knew what every character looked like. So.
Kingsley Shacklebolt. That's
Kingsley Shacklebolt. That's it. Yeah.
like the most European black name I can imagine.
Exactly.
Or it's like, but nothing will ever beat Star Wars, the original one.
What's
one,
the specific?
One fat guy in the entire movie named Porkins.
Oh wow, yeah, dude, that fucking unreal.
Oh.
That.
And then they killed him.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Dude,
tried-
the Family Guy remake of that, where they're like, Porkins, how are you doing? And he's like, and he's like flying, and the ship can't keep him up, so he crashes.
Yeah, the lack of gravity in space.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen a name that was quite as on the nose as Porkins, but
Yeah.
that I can't, like, because I had to go through teams of people, and they all had to just say yes. I mean, it wasn't bad. Movies weren't done as committee as much back then as I think they are now, which is a big problem with modern movies. But I'm like, people had to sign off on that.
The other thing is that the name Porkins implies that they are aware of what a pig is.
And that he is named Porkins, and he,
Yes.
like,
yes.
is it a nickname? Did they name him?
Yeah.
Like, is
Is it
like a
completely
call
separate,
sign?
or are they aware of what a pig is? Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
It is fun. Like some of those older fantasy and sci-fi, it's like a lot of newer ones, and even some of the older ones, like they're very careful about language. It's like, hey, does this language make sense? Like, oh, he backpedaled. It's like, do you guys have bicycles in this fantasy world? I don't think he's backpedaling. It's like stuff like that. It doesn't really matter, but like for those of us who pay attention, it's still kind of it's nice when the attention to detail is paid.
Well, it's also one of those things where, like, how divorced from the language that we all speak can you really get in fantasy, you know? So it's like, if they had, like, instead of backpedaled, they had something where it was like Chemendong or something like that, you'd be like,
He backed it
what
up.
does that mean? You know, like,
Well, I used the term deer in the headlights for my first book.
Hmm.
I have yet to hear the end of that. So
that's
you have to divorce
quite funny.
yourself.
I never
somewhat.
gave you crap about that one, Herman. I laughed when I read it.
Billy Bob does. Yeah, well, at least I didn't do, deer in the headlights.
that's pretty funny.
Shut up, Billy Bob.
It's like,
Yeah, shut up, Billy
in the
Bob.
fantasy world, what the hell is a headlight?
I see you've got Mountains of Madness behind you.
Oh yeah, no, these are the Behringer illustrated editions. Have you ever seen these?
No, I'm a big HP guy though.
I'm more of a Robert E. Howard guy, but
Fair.
he doesn't have as many French art installations as Lovecraft. But like every single page is a painting. And they're
Oh wow.
endless detail every single page. The like Berenger, he's really good friends with John Ho, that famous Lord of the Rings artist. Like they're really good friends. And they just French artists just win when it comes to like painting and illustration. I love Japanese manga. I love American comics. I love art from all over the world, but the French really know their stuff, man. It's hard to beat.
I will always have an incredible soft spot for Kentaro Miura with what he did in Berserk, and with his friend who ended up taking over to finish the series after he passed. Because I mean, the dude is just, he's got Miura's art style just damn near on lock.
Yeah, having a good team working on that is it's heartening for a fan.
Well, do you know the,
that's one of the first things what was that?
Do you know the story behind that, about how they found the backup guy?
They became friends like a long time ago, isn't that right?
Yeah, so apparently, allegedly, the current mangaka for Berserk is the only person that he told how, yeah, man, you can't see him because it's in the dark, but that whole shelf right there it's all Berserk. But yeah, apparently he's the only person who knows the whole story and knows where everything is supposed to go. So it's like terrible that he died, and yet we're still getting the real story, you know?
Yep. And the same kind of thing happened with the Wheel of Time with Robert Jordan, and then having Sanderson able to work with his wife and finish off the last 3 books. Like,
oh, okay. I never knew that. I never read Wheel of Time.
It's first book is rough. Second book also kind of rough. And I can't tell people to read 2 long ass books before
just to finally get to something. That's how I felt about Dune, man. Like I read the first Dune book and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah. It's hard to it's like some people try to sell me on One Piece, and I'm like,
there's too much. There's
a lot. And you're telling, like, I've heard everything from like 50 chapters to 300 chapters before it starts getting good. And I'm like, what do you mean, dude?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I have to watch for 100 hours before something like locks in.
Where are these people, and why aren't they buying my book?
He's got a point.
Buy my book.
Herman's onto something.
They should. His book, like Herman, your books are short and they slap. They're really, really good. Like if you like old school, like kind of sword and sorcery, like mix that with Joe Abercrombie, his writing style, and that's
I don't know Joe Abercrombie.
He did the First Law trilogy.
First Law trilogy?
Yeah. It's the maybe biggest name outside of George R.R. Martin in the grimdark genre.
Okay, I actually picked up one of the First Law ones that I started listening to, and I'm like, my God, Kahuna's right. He does sound like me.
And that's right. He sounds just like you, not the opposite. Definitely not the opposite.
Yeah,
that's a cool thing about doing like social media stuff, Andrew. I'm sure you've experienced that. I don't know all of like your skills and all the things that you do, but like for me, like I have all these friends. Like most of the people I know on here are musicians, and then I know a bunch of authors, a bunch of illustrators, and people who run like our dungeon masters and all of that. And it's so cool getting to meet all of these different people with similar interests and get to share all of our skills over a period of time. It's been a great blessing. Yeah,
it's really interesting whenever somebody whose stuff that I'm really into follows me or likes my stuff. I'm always like, wow, that's crazy. I've like followed so much of your stuff. I've seen your face and heard your voice so many times. Like I had somebody, I want to say within the last like week or two, that followed me where I was like, oh my God, I started following your YouTube when COVID happened. Like that's crazy. And we like message back and forth now pretty often. It's wild.
Yeah, no, it like my social media journey has been interesting. Like I did a bunch of movies when I was a kid. I know there's some fake WWE wrestling videos that me and my siblings uploaded in like 2006 somewhere on the internet.
Try and find those.
I've looked. I don't know. They may not be on YouTube anymore, but it's YouTube is kind of weird. I do love YouTube, but it is weird because right after my channel started, the Maui fire happened. And so I went over there to help my grandma and friends and people over there, and that's what me and my mother were doing. And so, and just while I was there, I'm like, there's some serious shit going on here. Like FEMA and the fraud and the bullshit is incredibly bad. And so I filmed some of that And then YouTube's like, that's the content you make now. I'm like, actually, no, it's not the content I make. And yeah, so it doesn't reward the kind of content I prefer to make now. It's been an interesting struggle.
It's very strange because you almost have to start a new. Nobody ever wants to hear this, but you almost have to start a new channel when you do that. Like I had this happen to me 3 different times now, where it was like I was making fitness content, and then I was like, cool, I'm a fitness content creator, and I did that for like 7 years, and 4 times this happened to me along that path. You know, I started changing the content that I was making. It was still fitness, but I went from like demo stuff and you know, walkthroughs to oh, you know, I kind of want to do like Q&A style stuff. And then I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun. I kind of want to do podcast style stuff. And at this point I had like told YouTube, I have no idea what I'm doing, so you shouldn't either. And YouTube basically never recommended any of my stuff. So I started a new channel, or excuse me. So I kept on pumping that, kept on trying that, and it just never worked. Made a new channel, and I outpaced the followers on that. After 7 years of work, I outpaced that by 400% in like 3 to 6 months.
Like no time. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it was unreal. I think within like a month I had more followers or something. And then it happened on Instagram, and it happened on TikTok, and it happened and it's just crazy. Like it sucks because there's like this kind of like marriage to the channel that you've spent so much time on. And there is a certain level of
you don't want to let it go, and you also don't want to like abandon that audience too.
Yeah, exactly. There. I feel really bad for the my old fitness channel. Occasionally eventually I'm gonna have to go on there and be like, hey guys, here's why I got bored of the fitness industry after almost 15 years. You know, just do one of those.
Yeah, no, I feel that. My sister, she went to school for like health and fitness and things of that nature, and she has used that, but now she's trying to become a firefighter, and she did very competitive like dance into high school and a little bit beyond that. The Rockettes wanted her to come back, and like we're like, hey, come back next year and you have a job. And she's like, you know, no, I'm good. I'm like, holy crap, all right, I thought this was like your thing. I guess not.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, well, it's like you talk to anybody who starts getting into the pro level of anything, like especially sports or performance related. It can suck the life out of you if you actually love what you're doing. Like a buddy of mine, he was considered one of the top 15 shortstops in the country professionally when he was in high school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was very, very good. And then he's like, the politics were insane, like the weird behind the scenes deals. It was that's an ugly thing.
Well, it's weird how quickly people will turn on you when there's no longer like that social capital there too. Like one of my a good buddy of mine, Jesse Anderson, at one point was the youngest person to squat 1,000 pounds ever. And I mean, he did it when I want to say he was like 19, 20, maybe 21, very young. And
that's a lot of weight, man.
Yeah, and then you know when he ended up getting surpassed, you know, it's not like you can't rewind the clock and become the new youngest guy. Like that record, once you do it one time, you can never do it again. And he ended up getting smoked, and people just kind of fell off on the support train.
Yeah, and social media too. Like it's so different depending on the platform. Like I don't use TikTok. I will upload on there reluctantly, basically.
Right,
I'm like, just to help like get the word out there, keep
the feelers out.
Yeah. It's like, because you never know, you could just take off all of a sudden on a given platform. Pull
up that super chat again. I totally missed that.
And he does dancing videos.
Of course, algorithms stink. I've been doing battle with them for the longest time with my own channel. Too much time invested. Don't want to dude. It's again, you don't want to hear it, man. You don't have to take my advice. But
guys, his word is law. You obey or
listen,
you're out.
You will wake up to me as your new sleep paralysis demon saying, why aren't you listening?
You have a different one for each channel. You've had like I'm just giving fitness advice.
unless you've got like tens of thousands of followers, it's probably best to just drop the channel, tell everybody, hey, I'm moving to a new one. And it's going to suck because there's like your old library, but you can progressively move those over or even redo them, because the reality is that if you've been making content for a while, if you've got an older video that did really well, if you redid it right now, you'd probably do a better job. I mean, I have a couple videos that I'm like, man, I need to like re-script some of these, research a little bit of it.
Do you script your videos?
Yeah, every single one, believe it or not.
I don't script anything.
I very loosely script my shorts, mostly just because I script them. Excuse me, I script them so that I know what I'm saying, and I know that it is a cohesive argument. So like if I'm arguing a point in it, you know, I don't just want to like go guns blazing and then be like, that didn't make any sense. That went completely all over the place. And especially with my really long form ones. I mean, the men's mental health documentary that I wrote, I believe that is it is long enough to be classified as a novella. So it's over 20,000 words.
Yeah. A lot of buddies of mine who do longer form content, it's like that. You know, the main reason I don't do long form content?
What is that?
I don't know how to edit on a computer. I edit and do everything I do on my phone, except for like recording audio stuff.
Dude, you ought to download DaVinci Resolve, and
Okay.
I believe they have a basics thing. It would probably take you 2 or 3 videos. Like if you just edited 2 15-minute videos, it'd probably take you 2 or 3 videos to really lock in some of the basics. And the first time you do it, you're going to feel like you're going insane. And then, you know, then a year or 2 later, suddenly you're adding hotkeys and you're like, why is this so easy? But like I pay somebody to do my intros, and he does great.
That's cool.
But I do.
Does he have like the graphics and things of that nature as well? Or
yeah, oh dude, he's got it figured out, man. He's this Ethiopian dude that DM'd me probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And it was so funny because he's like, hey dude, I like your channel. You're really bad at editing. And I was like, yeah. And then he's like, let me edit an intro. And I was like, cool, let's do it. And he puts one together. And I was like, you did this? And yeah, that was pretty much it, man. Like he sent me the first one, and that was kind of a wrap. I was like, hey dude, I can't pay you to do my entire catalog, but I'll pay you for my intros until I can pay you to do something more.
yeah, like if it takes off enough, you're able to kind of offload some of the extracurricular kind of work that goes into these kind of. But like, I really like editing. It just takes a lot of time. It's like I have kids. I work a full-time like blue collar job, and then I got kids, and my kids they need a lot of attention.
And videos take a long time to edit.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I do a script, is because if I do stuff off the cuff, oh my God, the amount of time I'm sitting there reworking, fixing.
The amount of fuck ups I have to edit out of my video. Like, because when I make a mistake, like say I'm talking, I'm off cuff, I'm off rip. I'll make a mistake, but I won't pause and let silence fill the space before I start. I'll just immediately restart it. I'm like, how do I clip that at just the
yes, dude, there's so many of those. It's so funny. Yeah, I've had a couple of those. I've actually had ones where I've cut 2 different sentences into each other. And again, they tend to be rap addicts. Wait, what does he mean? What?
Also, assume that all guys want to follow the same life path. What are we talking
Yeah. Oh, dude, great Yu Yu Hakusho image. Oh God, what is that? Hiei? I think that's Hiei.
I haven't gotten into Yu Yu yet,
brother.
I know everybody, like, it's a really solid show, and all the Hunter x Hunter fans are like slapping me around.
I was just gonna also say Hunter x Hunter, man. Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho are just
you're not gonna like.
Oh, all right. Let me get off. I'm just kidding. Hit me.
Nen.
No, please continue to beat up on Kahuna.
Shit. Nen is bullshit.
What? How? What?
No. I'll explain. I like it. I like the fight. The fights are entertaining, but it's set up to sound like it's this very like complicated and like very structured. Like this happens, and then that means this. With it, it's a very like hardish magic system.
Yeah.
But every time, like people just change powers. It's like, oh, like the cheetah guy, he changed his specialty like 3 times.
Yeah,
and then it's like I'm like, you're just making crap up. Like, what's his Nen ability? Is that he made a video game alternate dimension? What is happening?
There's definitely a broken component to it. I'm sure there are perfect like magic and scaling systems out there.
I know my opinion here is bad. Like,
No,
my people know.
there's some like legitimacy to that. One of the like truly perfect magic systems that I can think of, and you guys might disagree with this, is probably King Killer Chronicles, which we're never going to get a third book, so it doesn't matter that it's perfect. But
I
yeah,
know, and that sucks. I really like.
Really sucks. They're so good, man. They
like,
got
you have the soft magic system, which is naming, and then you have the hard magic system, which is
Name,
we're both
yelling
forgetting.
while you name something.
yeah. It's like, naming the good magic system, and then the other one whose name I can't ironically remember. Yeah.
Well, then even their
because it's hard.
Sympathy, got it.
Even the economy that comes up in the second book, even that, man, like I remember reading through it and I was like, this is so much detail, and then it mattered. Like that was crazy.
It literally did, like multiple times. It's like math. This made me realize math was important for this magic system.
Yeah, dude, we're never gonna get a third book. How unfortunate. It's so good.
Oh, well, how long has it been? It was like what, 2011 or 2014?
God, dude, it might have been earlier than that. Even
I think it was 2011. Yeah, that was a wise man's fear. I'm not counting the novellas because they're not.
They don't really count. Yeah, 2011. I'll be damned. Yeah, that was when I graduated high school. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, you're just 1 year ahead of me. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that worked out. I'm like, first grade, second grade, all the way up to 12th grade. My 12th grade. Yeah, it's perfect.
I will say the title, The Slow Regard of Silent Things, for that novella, beautiful title. What a beautiful title. Like I don't know what it is about that where I'm like, wow, that is like, there's a very like warm, mysterious mystery in that title. And I don't know how to describe it other than that, like having a slow regard for silent things. I don't know. Just a very beautiful title.
He's a wordsmith. It's hard to be a wordsmith with English, having words flow together, it sound beautiful and flow in a way that evokes a feeling in you, like those his books do.
Yeah.
Because English is a broken language. It's like 2.5 root languages put together.
I was literally just gonna say that's because it's a couple different ones mashed together. I mean, I suppose they all are to some degree. You know, all those bordered countries ended up sharing a handful of words.
Oh yeah, it's like I love Japanese too, because it's like, oh, what's a Japanese word for this? Oh, spoon. It's spoon.
I think McDonald's is mekodonadoru.
You know, my favorite Japanese word, like they have a name for words that are just like Japanese, like accent versions of foreign words. They have a whole category of that. Is DVD player. Do you know how they say it?
Is it the DVD player?
DVD player. It's like that
checks out. Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like, it sounds so racist to say it.
Yeah, that's there was some guy who made a video where he was like, speaking Japanese as like an American just feels racist because the majority of the words are exactly what you think they would be.
No, it's interesting because I deal with a lot of foreigners, people who come from foreign places in software, and they sit there and they say, you know, most of the language surrounding computers is all English because they've never had any of these things, and that's where they all originated from. So they would use
we were the countries of invention for this particular technology. And so they had to just adapt for that reason.
So,
so we're talking about Hercules. So it was like you talked about the thing that it was really that song really got you. But yeah, what did you guys feel about your most recent rewatch? Unfortunately, Jarrod, who saw it for the first time recently, was not able to join us. He's turning 72, so he's a little busy. But my rewatch was interesting. I've seen it as an adult as well. It's just been a few years, but I'm like, maybe it's because my kids are getting to an age now. Like, I noticed the innuendo a lot more this time around.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just curious what your more recent watch through at this age was like for you. You didn't you do like a watch thing on your channel too?
Yeah. So we, I like threw something out to the Discord, and I was just like, "Hey, come watch it with me." So yeah, I ended up watching it with a couple of my followers, and that was really fun. But yeah, I just I guess a few things that kind of stuck out was, and I think you and I were talking about this in DMs earlier, was I feel like the third act got super rushed, and it's interesting because that's the section that I'm like, it was so impactful to me as a kid, and then as an adult I'm like, wow, this was really quick, you know. So the whole section of defeating the Titans, like, damn, that took 10 minutes. Like, that's crazy.
It's like, hey, the Titans are here. You fought one, and then you kind of nerfed.
Yeah, you just kind of like smack them around real quick, and it's like, look, we got one out of the way. Theoretically, the weakest one, I might add.
Oh, for sure, the weakest one.
Yeah, like they got him out of the way, and then all the elemental ones, they're like, just get out of here. And then, then he goes down to hell, and he basically just swims down into the little soul soup, swims out, and that's that. And I'm just like,
it was quick. I didn't hate the souls thing.
It just felt too quick. Like, this was because I love that scene. And I, again, like as a kid, and even as an Andrew adult, I just remember thinking, wow, that is incredible that he was diving into absolute certain death and just didn't care. You know, it's the same as like you hear those stories about like a stranger, not a firefighter, but a complete stranger, like running into a home to go rescue somebody, hopefully. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing, you know, you don't know if you're coming out. Yeah, man, that scene always got me. That whole movie did.
The thing is that because just telling Kahuna, we went and saw David, and part of the disappointment is because when you have a cartoon that's geared at kids, you have to abbreviate a lot of stuff, and you have to kind of like condense a lot of stuff.
Especially with Bible stories, because there's a lot of rougher elements to Bible stories that
like Saul. I'm sitting here going, oh, I wonder how they're going to display Saul falling on his freaking sword, but they didn't do that. But also a lot of the events they have to condense, because you're not going to be able to do the build up and keep their attention. So a lot of, when you go back, a lot of it feels very rushed and kind of underwhelming as an adult, but as a kid, you know, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's like Scooby-Doo, you know.
Well, when you're a kid, quick is better, but like I do kind of admit, like I feel like a lot of people have a lot of studios, a lot of these people who put together these projects, they've lost the art or even the direction to make an all ages film.
Yeah,
meaning a film that is geared like that children can watch and enjoy and have fun with, but also an adult could have plenty of stuff that they enjoy about it, and it still be appropriate for children.
Yeah,
and
I mean
it's like the last movie like that I saw was made like K-pop Demon Hunters. That's probably the last legitimate all ages film that I've seen.
Yeah, because they had James Woods with Hades.
Yeah,
I mean that was the sort of the adult portion of that,
and Donnie DeVito as Phil.
Yeah, Panic and Pain.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
There's some other implications,
the merchandise scene is burned in my memory. And plus, working blue collar, I've seen guys actually blow up that way, and I think of that scene every time.
Will you stop with the head slicing thing?
What were you saying, AC?
Some other implications too, like the centaur and just having Zeus in the movie himself. Just Zeus.
Yeah, like, literally just Zeus.
A kid can wind up on a Zeus wiki and be like, oh damn.
He is actually not the biggest man whore of Greek mythology. Zeus, believe it or not, he does not father the most children, just the second largest amount of children.
The bit that I thought was not funny so much as I went, oh God, is when he's when Megara is, you know, kind of tangling with the what do they call him, the River Guardian, the centaur dude, and like there's an implication that she had to go like sleep with him, and I'm like,
yep,
he has a horse lower half though. Oh no,
yeah. So
yep. And
Yeah.
she was willing. That like
Yeah.
the whole thing is kind of messed up, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. The fact that she's like, all right, we're gonna lock in for Hades. I'm like,
that's-
no.
my job, I guess.
willing is a stretch. She was
Yeah,
there.
it sure would be a
He
stretch.
She
was
agreed to
She
it.
was especially willing.
Yeah.
Very
It's like
Vosh-ian.
what's a YouTube appropriate way to call it? Forced horizontal copulation? Does that
Yeah,
work?
yeah.
Coercion.
Heavily coerced through potential damnation,
Yeah.
coercion.
Vosh
He had a
got
horse
black.
in that race. Anyway.
Yeah. Dude.
That was another part. Like as a kid, Megara. Sold. Watch it a million times.
Also, you think I might have learned some lessons about that movie. I'm like, maybe I should avoid women who are I should have learned a couple lessons from that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so funny and sexy, but she's also damaged. Oh,
Yeah, I know, and we're like, don't worry, like Hercules saved her. I can totally like save. It's fine. Bill, I'm reading the comments. There was an Oedipus joke in the show or in the movie, and I can't remember what it was, but I do remember. I was like, I definitely didn't like catch that as a kid. Oh wait, I think that actually what you just wrote. Yeah, I think that was the exact thing.
Oh yeah, and no, there's also some linguistic jokes that were pretty funny that no one is going to catch unless you are in the know. It's like 2 words, okay.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
that's really funny.
So many of those, man. Like that was like such a good bit through the whole through the whole thing, and like I don't know, were you guys ever like Kingdom Hearts guys?
I was forced.
I love it, so I'm glad that you were forced to enjoy something that I really love. I loved the Hercules worlds in Kingdom Hearts. Fucking chef's kiss.
Okay, so I'll make it clear. I played Kingdom Hearts 3. My
wife, I'm
My
sorry.
wife at the time, she really wanted the game, so I got the game on like Xbox One or whatever we had at the time, and we're playing it. And she would, whenever she ran into a group of lower class enemies, she would just avoid them.
Yeah.
And so whenever there was a boss fight, she was really struggling because she was majorly under leveled. And whenever there was a boss fight she couldn't handle, she'd hand it off to me. I'm like, why is this game so hard?
Yeah, that's fair. So I didn't finish Kingdom Hearts 3 because I thought it was terrible. I got to, I think, the second or third world, and I just remember I was living with my best friend at the time, and I was like, why do you just spam Disney rides the whole game? Because every attack is just spamming a Disneyland ride, and like it was just it just stopped feeling like combat. And like Kingdom Hearts 2, of the like normie accessible games, probably one of the best like normie action games out there. It's so good. It's so good. And there's such a high bar to be a really, really skilled player. And it's also something that you can just play through and beat as like a normie. But then you get to like Sephiroth and you're like, oh, I have to learn how to play the game for real.
I have to actually fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I finally figured out that she had been avoiding every enemy, I'm like, no, okay, you go to the leveling area. You just you get to the appropriate level, then I'll help you finish this damn game.
Yeah.
Also, that final boss had like 15 stages.
Yeah, that's another thing they did they did that a lot in Kingdom Hearts, which I mean the Kingdom Hearts 2 final fight. I think I can't remember exactly what it was. It was either I either had to go to church as a kid, or I had to go to school, or I had to go to bed. Something was going on that I had a hard stop time. And then there was another stage. And then there was another stage. And then there was another stage. And I just remember at some point in time, my mom coming and yelling at me. And I was like, please, I'm almost done. I had no idea how not almost done. You're not even close.
Oh, yeah. Like the last enemy, the final boss of any of these games, it's like, oh, by the way, this is going to be like a half hour of grinding and fighting and hopefully not getting wiped. Because like the way it played for us was if you get wiped at any point, I don't know what was wrong with the save system, but like if you get wiped, you have to go all the way back to the beginning.
It's fucking Dark Souls, man. Did you guys ever play Metal Gear Solid 4?
Was that the Phantom Pain?
No, Phantom Pain was
5, right?
5. Yeah.
4
sounds like a Star Wars movie.
Four was, oh god, not Son, was that Sons of Liberty? Sons of the Patriots? I cannot remember what it was.
Yeah, I think so. Or
But
I thought it was 3. Am I wrong? Am I high?
let's see, two was Snake. Oh my god, I'm Guns of the Patriots. Thank you, God, I was so close. Phonetically, I had it. One perfect game, actual perfect game. That final battle, it just goes and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. And there are so many zero instruction fight scenes in there where it's like you're only fighting. Skullgrin, I fucking love you, by the way, for just like filling in all the gaps and everything that I'm saying. There are all these chunks in there where you're like using techniques that most people weren't using in the game. So it's like you can actually develop a really good CQC skill, but people just weren't because gun, you know? But like, man, it was when you finally like realize the like true capabilities of a lot of the stuff through that game, and you figure out, I guess, just the way that you intuitively get through it. God, it's such a good game, man. I wish I could replay that for the first time.
That being said, there was a beauty to older games where you kind of had to figure out how to beat them, how to play them. Or it's like I don't like puzzle games, but like Deus Ex, I adore Deus Ex. I love those games. Like,
I tried getting into them, they didn't hit.
You gotta like the older ones are old. That is all there is to it. But the newer ones, if you treat it like Halo, you're gonna have a terrible time because you are not a Spartan with powerful armor. You're just a dude. You get shot, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like legitimately 24 ways to get into some of these places, and you may not be able to do all of them depending on your loadout. And once you figure out how that system it is sick. But anyway,
apparently they're remaking it, DSX.
Ooh, I might have to check that out. Yeah, I got all of them on the PC, which I never have time to play because I don't have it at home.
Right.
But yeah,
Kennedy's in charge of it.
Oh, go ahead, Head.
Kathleen Kennedy's in charge of the remake.
Oh, good.
Why do you think she left Disney?
We can write that off.
Yeah. It's like it's at the point now where if I hear there's an adaptation of something I love coming out, I groan more than anything.
You got to look up who it is now. Like you can't just expect a good game based on name recognition anymore. It's awful.
You can't expect a good anything.
The gaming is female.
Yeah,
Force is female. I'm like, what do you mean the Force is female? Statistically, that's not true. Wait. Anyway,
my I'm not going to name drop her, but my ex is like
Stephanie. Yeah,
one of the most in demand voice actors in the world right now.
Wow.
Really fucking cool girl. Incredible at her job, and her and I have talked a lot about video games, and I mean, even her being on the inside, we've talked about it a lot, and she's just like, it's like there is something that has happened to storytelling, and games are so bloated now that it's almost impossible to make anything new. So they can't take shots on new projects anymore. They have to just keep trying with the tried and true because it is more financially, it's financially less risky to just remake something for the umpteenth time and hope that enough people buy it on name alone. Skyrim. Exactly. No, 100%. Because I mean,
like
God,
18 editions of that game this year alone, I'm pretty sure.
How many years has it been since the new Elder Scrolls trailer came out?
I have no like. Bill's right.
I agree. Bill nailed it for sure.
If you can figure out some way to re-release something, it is like minimal cost.
It's minimal risk and high reward, and minimal.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't cost much. It's not risky. It'll make you money. Like
Keeps
you know
you
how
in
much
the
money
algorithm.
Bethesda made off of the Oblivion remake.
It's not risky until you trash the
IP. Yeah, you
IP,
kill buyer confidence in the long term.
Halo
happened
did
to
that.
Star Wars.
Halo was my favorite gaming franchise, and like Halo 2, Halo Reach, Halo 3, still like maybe my favorite games of all time still. And then they just kept making them. They lost something.
The Dead Space remake was fantastic. I mean, it was a very faithful remake. The Resi 4 remake, I hear is very good. I haven't played it because I've been so busy. But I hear they're both fantastic. And then it's allegedly, we'll see, Todd Howard.
Many such cases.
Allegedly, we're getting a New Vegas remake, and New Vegas is my favorite, like all-time Fallout favorite Fallout game. And if it happens, fantastic. And if it doesn't, probably still fantastic. Because
is there
potentially
a
it would-
single gaming company that has relied more on the modding community than Bethesda?
No, man, and they just kick their teeth in every time too. They're like they hate them for it, and it is necessary because they release broken games. Also, do you guys know that the team for Fallout New Vegas was, I think, like 1 point or something like that away from getting a massive bonus that would have kept them in business?
A
their
lot of
Metascore-
stories about that.
Their
unfortunately.
Metascore was like just shy of them getting a huge bonus, and they made that game in like less than a year. It's crazy.
Yeah, I look. That's the thing. Fallout is one of those game franchises. I like the lore. I like the aesthetic.
Mhm.
I even like watching people play it, but just for gameplay and the way I like to play games, I don't like playing it while I'm playing it.
It's not too fun. It's a pretty boring. It's a pretty boring amount of gameplay. You're kind of in it for the love of the no pun intended. You're in it for the love of the game, honestly.
And it's like some people are like, "Oh, it's the atmosphere. It's this, it's that." I'm like, "Yeah, but I could play Assassin's Creed 2 and walk through Renaissance Italy if I want atmosphere."
Yeah,
Like,
see, but
yeah.
I love the apocalypse,
game
the atmosphere,
slapped.
something about it, dude.
That was good.
I heard they're remaking Black Flag, and that was the only Assassin's Creed I've ever liked.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a very good pirate game and a very bad Assassin's Creed game.
It's probably because I don't really like Assassin's Creed, and that's probably why I liked it. Because yeah, the ability to like just drive to sail all around the map and just like take all these places. I don't know. Like, did you guys ever play the PS2 Godfather game?
A Godfather game?
Yeah.
No, I was always an Xbox slut. I didn't work with those Chinese companies.
Them goddamn immigrants. No, that game was so good, and it was something about that. I think it's just like my like collectathon brain just loves that there was like a component to it of go get every single territory, like defeat every single alternate
Complete the entire
family.
game.
Yeah, like there was
That used to be fairly achievable.
Yeah, I mean, I did it with Jack and Daxter when I was a little kid, when I was like in elementary school, collected every freaking thing.
I tried doing that with the second Red Dead game. I'm lazy. I can't. That's like a job. If you try to do everything in that game.
Yeah, I can't pick Red Dead 2 up because I just know that it will own my life.
Dude, though, legitimately, like maybe one of the best Western stories of all time. It's not even a movie. It's not a show. It's just, it's so good, man. The boy. Wait, we got to do the proper voice here. The boy is the man's swashbuckling adventures. Yes, we do.
That's really impressive that you can do that.
Oh, I'm cheating. Yeah, I what? Wrong thing.
Oh, that's a button. I thought that was just you. I was like, that's on.
It's a switchboard.
It's also,
Okay.
it's also a holdover from his transition attempt.
I was really, really impressed for a second. I was like, show me some more voices, man. I've got a really good. Oh God, what's it? Patrick Warburton. You can do a pretty good.
Oh,
Warburton.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Whenever I try to do his voice, I just end up yelling, though. That's my problem.
Well,
Oh God.
The Joe one. I just gotta. Oh, Cusco. Cusco's poison. The poison for Cusco. Like,
frankly, it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
yeah. Or the because I think he's who is he? Joe from Family Guy too. And it's then you just talk about Bonnie. Like,
yeah. It's a little more.
Why do we have Jordan Peterson on the fucking in the chat now?
Oh, because we're talking about voice impressions.
Yeah, cause you just have to go out and know your different voices because it's very psychological and there's
Wash
studies.
your penis.
Yes, and please go clean your room.
It depends on what you mean by room.
There's a big
Now,
distinction between
there's
the
a
room in your
definition
mind
there
and the
for
physical.
room. It has something to do with four walls and a door. But there's a lot of psychological studies that go into what is a room, and what it takes to clean it. And boys need to know how to clean their rooms. It's just.
We called Herman in one time to the show just to pretend to be Jordan Peterson and
That's pretty
answer
funny.
dumb question. It was so much
Yeah.
fun.
Also,
have you ever had a better
Bill,
time
yes,
for,
Brock Sampson was
having
killer.
just famous people who are fun to do the voice? Like Trump is very funny, and his voice is very funny. And once you get the hang of it, it's a very easy voice to do.
When he's got a very physical affectation that he takes on too. So it's like, even if you can't do the voice, you can do this and talk to everybody. So it's like, there's a different level of like the communication
and a physicality. And then, and then you feel like you can say ridiculous things too, because not that far off. It's a little.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that clip of Patrick Warburton's sons trying to voice act as their dad from different movies?
I think I have, but I cannot remember anything about it.
I think they just decided to do like The Emperor's New Groove for Kronk. And 3 of them are really good. And there's also a 4th one.
Jesus.
Ugh, I love stuff like
Bro's
that.
been busy. He's been cronking it down, man.
Yeah. No
Well,
kidding, dude.
he's not young. He's got to be in
That's
his
fair.
mid-60s by now, right?
I wonder how
Yeah,
old
yeah.
he is. I'm curious.
fair.
Look it up. But Hercules. How do you guys rate Hercules amongst the Disney Renaissance films? Because it was one of the last ones.
Got to be peak, man. It's that and Tarzan, man. That was peak for me personally. Also, he's 61 and he almost has the same birthday as me.
Oh, nice.
No,
Really? I'm gonna be 60 this year.
You're
I know, man,
almost
I
as old
know.
as Patrick.
He's like,
Speak up, old man. We can't hear you.
Get off my lawn, you big lunk.
Motherfucker watch Gran Torino one time.
Oh man, that's a
yelling
killer
slurs
movie.
at everybody.
One of my friends was like, I'm pretty sure he wrote that just so he could get one big slur fest out one last time.
might
No,
as
he
well.
wrote that so he could call his son a faggot.
Is that a
No, Scott
wasn't
Eastwood is the white guy Wangster in that movie. Go back and watch it.
My God. That
So
is
it wasn't the slur,
crazy.
it was actually the
Get in
gamer
the car.
word.
Yeah,
That's what he
yeah.
was
Walk away,
wanting to do.
pussy. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, hey, Dad, I really want to work on one in one of your movies. Please give me a part. He's like, I got a part for you.
I'm gonna
I
call you
got
the
it.
F word though, son.
This is
Yeah,
for
probably
not
the
cleaning
effort.
your room.
It's to build character, son. It's to build character.
Oh,
But yeah, I as far as like the Disney Renaissance goes, it's weird because like whenever I think about it, I don't know if I had just like fully locked in on like Hercules, Tarzan, and then kind of moving on to like Pixar with Toy Story and all that jazz. But like I knew Mulan was good. I didn't really care for like any of the older
Lion
ones.
King?
Lion King was killer. That's true. But it's like, it's not one that I'm like, oh God, I cannot wait to watch that again. Even though Nala turned everybody into a furry, but that's beside the point.
Those animators knew what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing, bro. When she
doing.
like lays on her back and she does the eyes, I'm like, that's a human. Those are human eyes. That's a human expression.
It's doing weird, seductive human things. Okay,
Yeah.
Disney. Whatever you say,
Would you
Disney.
remember the female Bugs Bunny when Bugs Bunny put on?
Lola Bunny.
Lola
Yeah.
Bunny. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
No, I
bro.
don't remember that specific thing.
Yeah, I also don't remember. Oh God, what was her name from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I think
know
she was also something bunny. Funny enough.
Yeah. No,
Not Lola.
not Bad Bunny. Freaking
No,
Rain
fucking
Rod.
Bunny. Let's see.
Oh shoot.
Jessica Rabbit. At least I remembered half of it. Yeah, dude. Like there was something going on there during the 80s and 90s where they were just like, what if we just make them all bad as can be?
It's like, oh, hey, Goofy movie. What if you just made the cutest little like animal girl yeah, like what were you doing, man?
Yeah,
You guys
they
were-
knew what they were doing. They were turning everybody into gooners from a young age.
That being said, Goofy movie, highly underrated.
I think this is just me. I think that might be the most appropriately rated movie on the planet because I don't know anybody that has a bad opinion about it. And it is a good movie.
That's fair. I think maybe it's just that there's a small divide in age, like generational divide of people who maybe haven't, who didn't see
I
it.
would agree with that. I think
Yeah.
it dropped at a weird time because there's a lot of people our age who have never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because we're kind of getting towards the tail end of millennial. I think my sister's either like the youngest millennial, like the youngest millennial, or like the oldest Gen Zer.
Right.
And that like she's in that weird time. But ironically came out like a year after this movie. Yeah. In development for 9 months, came out pretty good. Well regarded at this current time.
Well, I will say this: when my kids were young, both boys used to love watching Hercules because we had like a conversion van, and we had spent the money to like have the TV and the VCR in there, and they used to watch that thing literally till the tape broke.
Yeah.
So
good sons.
Yes, smart ones. Well, they're getting smart.
That was a hell of a stutter.
They're getting there eventually. We're praying for them. It's like I think some of the more interesting conversation about this movie comes into some of the criticisms of this movie, and I have my biggest problem with this movie. They tried to make Hercules, the character, they tried to have him be Rocky and Superman. It's really hard. They are not the same character. They do not have the same struggles. They do not have the same problems. And I think it's ambitious if it had worked. I don't know if it fully did. It's like you gave him like he's super strong and powerful and like morally perfect and good looking. All these he's all these things. It's like, but then you're trying to make him struggle with the same things that he's really, really gifted with. Which maybe there's a story there, and like there's some weird sports commentary in Hercules as well. Did you guys catch that? It's like
how so?
Yeah.
Air Hercs. It's like the monetization of super not super athletes, but like celebrity athletes and all and that whole culture and that in some ways they could have almost could have leaned into that more because that was right during the 90s when that was really coming to a head there.
Right.
As far as that kind of subject matter is concerned.
In terms of the Superman thing, they did do, I will say, a good job making the whole Megara kryptonite angle, where it was like, oh, his one weakness is that his one weakness is that he cares so much about somebody that it can be used against him. So it's like not necessarily a kryptonite, but
he's a little trusting,
a
little naive, and
a little, and just I don't know, man.
Which is so
I definitely took some of that naivety lesson to heart.
Which is so different than the real Hercules that I think killed his kids
and sodomized boys and other things. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't ever gone through, if you ever want a really good, modern edition of Greek retellings, the trilogy by Stephen Fry, Mythos and Heroes and Troy, it's a modern and how do I explain it? It's a modern retelling of all those stories of the Iliad and of the Odyssey and such, but it's done in a way that's a bit more comprehensible with our language in our modern day. And then plus he adds a lot of notes, historical and phonetic, and having to do with language and history and how it's been misrepresented or misunderstood in the past. And it's a really, really interesting read or listen on Audible because he has a great voice for that as well.
Yeah, he does have a really good voice.
Yeah.
I got a couple more minutes, by the way, but I gotta eat and get to bed.
Absolutely.
Anything else major that you really want to cover?
No. How about you take it away, man? Is there anything you want to promote or anything? Any big projects you have coming up that you're excited about, or maybe just plans for 2026?
A lot of fucking big
of
projects. Let's see.
It's no pressure. Just talk about yourself.
Yeah. No, I don't do that all the time. I don't know. Tell everybody you love them when you get off the phone. That's a big one.
It's really awkward with
Big-
solicitors.
What's that?
It's really awkward with solicitors.
Well,
Oh yeah.
my buddy took the exact opposite route. Actually, made sure that they knew how much he hated them. But yeah, projects that I'm working on. I'm kind of working on this. I don't know if this is going to be a duology or a trilogy, but I'm sort of working on this episode right now. That is, it's essentially going to be. I'm going through like pseudo intellectualism and what that actually looks like. And then that naturally ended up evolving. Good God, I am so tired. Ended up naturally evolving into what is true education and why are there so many barriers around it. And then that evolved into where does class divide fall along all of this? Because if you read any philosopher, not literally any of them, but a lot of them, there is this consistent thing of, yes, we need education, but we can't give it to them. We need more culture and more class, but we can't give it to them. And it seems like there is this almost fear that kind of exists and sort of pearl clutching of, we have this amazing thing, but if we give it to the wrong people, it's going to destroy society. And
it's like, is it even our is it even within our purview to say who should and shouldn't receive?
Well, yeah, so that's the really interesting thing is it's like there's one guy, John Kerry, who I'd never read anything of his, and it's funny because he very kindly crafted a full book critiquing like 5 different people that I was reading at the exact same time, and I was like, this is amazing, you're doing the thinking for me. But he has a section in there where he's talking about I want to say it's Arthur Bennett, don't quote me on that. He's talking about him, and there is this like understanding of, he's talking about how there is a problem with giving education to anybody, but we don't know when we're not supposed to, and we don't know what, like, we don't know what qualifies someone as like ready to have it. There's just all these like different complicated questions that, like,
well, in my opinion, if higher education is free, then it holds a lot less or little value.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like 10 years ago, if somebody had a bachelor's degree, it was like, wow, you went to college. 20 years ago, if somebody worked out of college, it was like, oh my God, you're a professor.
Oh, you have tenure. You're Mr. Big Dog. Yeah.
I almost got interviewed to be a professor for a semester. Do you realize how ridiculous that is? Don't get me wrong.
That's ridiculous than if I was.
I'm very good at my job. Okay. I'm great at what I do. And I would have smoked that shit. But like, it was a genuine conversation of, hey, you should apply for this. And I was like, you guys don't want me to do that. Like, and it was
make bad jokes. The kids would cry.
It was a community college, so it wouldn't have really mattered. And again, I would have been really good at doing it, but I was like, you guys want you need someone who's going to actually like develop this and really actually like lock in on all this. But yeah,
add maximum value kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. But we've gotten to a point where everybody's got a degree. See you later, Bill. Everybody's got a degree. So if everybody has a degree, then what does that mean? We've democratized things down to the point where having a bachelor's degree doesn't really mean much anymore. So now people kind of need to get a master's degree to stick out. So it's like, just to stick out, you have to have $100,000 and several years to actually do it
as a minimum.
Yeah. And it's an untenable thing. And then there's also been this shift of, it's no longer people looking for a good college to go to. It is now, we need to make it look like everybody's passing, everybody's getting a degree. This is great. Come to this school. You're going to pass. You're going to get a degree. Just give us this much money. So it's now the student is the product instead of the school. And
also 18, 19-year-old kids, how about you start off life with essentially a mortgage and no home?
Yeah, man. I really do feel
I have a lot of criticism of higher education.
Yeah.
I knew at 10 years old, it was not for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. To the degree that I did do it, it was because I absolutely had to for my career. But like, that's probably the biggest project that I'm working on right now. I'm working on on a lot, man. I'm really, really excited about. I'm really, really excited about a lot of different things that I'm working on, and it's tough because like I want to be like, oh my god, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, but I mean like here's the one thing that I will say, and I think I'm dropping a video on this on Instagram in like the next 2 days. Real Andrew Briggs for anybody who wants to follow me.
If you have any like links to your stuff, just drop them in the private chat and I'll share them out on the comments and stuff. We can also put them.
Is that the connect to? Oh, wait, I have to like link my YouTube. You know, here actually, let me see how.
Yeah, there's a private
how
chat
hard
here.
it is to do that.
Yeah, we'll make sure that they're in the description and stuff after the fact too.
Okay, cool.
He says "we" in the very nicest way. That's him.
I'll send them to you, and then yeah. But anyway, I'm dropping this video in the next like day or two, where not to like make anything political, but it's like the majority of my life I was about as far left of center as you could go, and as I've gotten older,
that impression from you, is that a bad thing? Like, I don't know where you lie because you don't always go into the nitty gritty of it. I'm just like the way you speak and the like. You don't seem like you're quite there now, just the way that you communicate. But it is something. It's weird how you can kind of feel that about someone, even if it's not said.
Well, no, like a lot of that is just because of like I still have these like very leftist views where like, you know, my best friend since I was 6 years old was he's gay. I knew he was gay before I knew what being gay was, and I don't fucking care. Like it doesn't matter to me. I don't really care if he gets married, and like for some people, you know, they have like a religious you know, stance against it, and I'm like cool. I understand why you have that. And it's not my place to like necessarily, you know, I'm not a lawmaker, and I'm agnostic, so I don't really care. But it's like, so there.
Truth is, it shouldn't matter to those of us. Like I love God. I believe in Jesus. That's the way that I live. But it's like we're not called. How do I explain this? I view it the same way I view somebody who. This is going to be very offensive. Sorry. I view homosexuality the same way I view someone who steals for a living. I don't hate the person. But I still,
it's
even
a
if
sin
I
by what you believe,
what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like we're
also
not called to be perfect people because we aren't. We're called to gather the fish and he'll sort them out later. That's kind of the whole thing. So it's like you hate that person because they're making a mistake. First, that's hypocritical. Secondly, yeah, according to your belief, that's the person who needs Jesus the most. So it's a weird dichotomy that Christianity has always struggled with. But sorry to derail. You go ahead.
What were you saying, AC?
Well, I was going to say, as somewhat of a like reformed lefty myself, like I basically, just for having a reasonable position, you'll be labeled more to the right. So, I mean, like for a lot of the center people, which that's what I kind of like believe myself as. I like to like just pursue the truth. If the truth is like we should all get along, great, let's all get along. There's some social programs I like, some I don't. There's obvious problems with like illegal immigration, but obviously like immigration isn't the worst thing, as like two sides of my family history can attest, the Smiths and the Prinzings. I mean, yeah, my Pritchard side goes the furthest back, but I can't deny those other two sides, and neither can anybody else when they look into their family history. These are just facts, you know, like if the whole thing is you're born gay, then that's the whole thing. That's it, like consenting adults, that's their own thing. Like it's just when you get like children involved, that's when like people are gonna have a problem, because I'm a father too, and so that means I like,
being a parent it changes a lot of people.
Dude, the amount of women that I've known who were like super left, and then they had a child and they're like, you know, now they're like, hey, everything is different now. I'm like,
everything is different now.
Yeah.
But it's like part of that comes down to temperament too, like the average temperament of your average woman. Like, because they've actually studied this. It's like, if your temperament is a certain thing, it can within a certain reasonable amount predict your political alignment. And for me, politically, I should be a big lefty, and I see that tendency in me, like from when I was younger. But then I have a tough dad who had me do blue collar work when I was 8 years old and up, and so that kind of changed that way of thinking for me. But
yeah, when you really have to work for your money, it's amazing how not lefty you become.
Right.
So
that's
I've always been a conservative, and just
get him out of here. What is this?
Icky head.
Just be glad to know that you guys are on your way to be as jaded and angry as I am.
I am so jaded and angry, man. Like I talked to one of my like liberal content creator friends, and
Oh man,
she
sorry, that's the last time. That's the last
no,
time.
she was like, we were on her stream, and she kept on pushing back, and I was like, the more I talked to her, the more I was like, man, I'm just really fucking jaded. I don't trust any politicians to do something meaningful. But anyway, to fully wrap that up, the video that I'm dropping in the next couple of days is basically just that I reach out to a lot of people when I'm really interested in a topic. I don't care who they are. I actually would say that I try harder to get people who are left of center to collaborate with me on videos, because it's really hard to get them to do it. I am slightly right coded when it comes to my content. And I think that's because of a couple different videos that I've had that really blew up. But like when I
like the trans one, was that the one?
Wait, when did I have a trans video? You mean the poly one?
Oh, poly. Sorry, I was like,
I don't think I've made any videos about trans people. I might have. Who knows, man? I've been making like 2 videos a day for the last.
It's
like
possible
4 years.
a trans slipped in there back in the 60s. Who's to say? Who's to say?
But like I've gotten relatively like right coded in my content, and it depends what platform I'm on too, because like if I'm on X, everybody just thinks I'm like I get called a liberal cuck on there all the time, and I'm just like, all right, like I'm whatever you guys want me to be, I suppose. But anyway, when I hit up
labeling,
I've never cared.
Yeah,
but I have to hit up about 10 liberal creators to get one. I have to hit up one conservative creator to get one,
bro. Yeah.
And the thing that usually happens is that they'll look through my content and find one thing that they disagree with, and they go, "Oh, I can't talk to you." I actually had one gal who was like, "Hey, you know, I watched your video, and you know, it seems like we're probably not going to be aligned on a lot of stuff. I don't want to be in your video, and I would appreciate it if you don't use any of my content in it." And like her comment or her reply to me made me go, "You didn't watch the video, you just looked at a thumbnail." And I'm certain in that.
Or you looked at comments. I've had that happen.
Yeah, and I'm certain in that. And like the thing is, I don't really care. Like she could do whatever she wants, but it did make me go, damn. I really like your content, and it would have been such a good conversation. But sometimes you just gotta, you know, let yourself separate from that.
Let this one be like a good example. Like I know like everybody's different, so I'm sure there's some like liberal creators out there that are 100% down to collab, have very down to earth viewpoints, just like you. You seem very grounded. Like it's not what I always say is it's not ever 0% and it's not ever 100%. So like when people say, "Oh, this crazy thing happened," you know, more than 0% of that probably for sure happened. And it's not ever all of them. It's not ever everybody, right? So like let this be kind of an example, like that, because you know, between Kahuna, he's and Hedge, like this, and honestly me, like especially since I became a father too.
You and your wife progressively as time has gone on,
yeah. This whole channel would probably be labeled as right wings, but like here we are. We had a normal conversation the whole time. It's pretty straightforward, normal people.
The thing is, most people are normal, but the really crazy ones are so loud, man.
Creators are not. I'll say this: creators typically aren't normal people.
No, dude. Like it's, I'm very aware of like a pretty high level like abnormality, but I don't know. I feel like
I'm a Hedge,
really normal, all things considered. So it's like whenever somebody like spurgs out on me about something politically, I'm like, dude.
Yeah, water off your back.
Like, half the time they didn't.
We're all gonna be dead in 70 years. Who gives a shit?
Or like 7.
True.
You say bad word, and I don't like bad word. You're a bad person.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you can. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, on that note, actually, wait. Do you have any like content creation inquiries or anything like that? Just you got me for like the last couple seconds.
Oh yeah, like how do you decide how personal to get with your content? Like, because me, like I try to draw levels. It's like I'll tell a lot of stories, but I'm like every now and again I'm like maybe I'll keep that story to myself. How do you like, what metric do you kind of use when deciding how much detail or how personal to get when using anecdotal life things in your content storytelling?
If it's somebody else, I will usually change that information if I think it might affect them. So like if I'm telling a story about something that happened in my childhood and it was like a friend or a family member or something, I'll change some details to protect identities. But when it comes to me, I mean, I don't think of this as like a really heavy thing anymore. It was just something that happened. But it's definitely puts a dampener on a lot of people. Is that like I've talked about getting molested as a kid, like it's like kind of once you talk about getting molested as a kid, you've kind of fucking talked about everything. So it's like,
like for me, I don't care. I'll tell people any story. I learned how to jerk off the wrong way. It's a long story.
How do you jerk off the wrong way?
Actually, I just realized I've never told that story online. I'm not going to start now, but I will.
I so didn't need to know that info.
There is a mic right there. Show me what you do. Show me what you did right now.
No, please don't.
Do it,
please, for
right
the love
now,
of God.
Kahuna.
Brother, okay, sorry.
Don't challenge him. He'll do it.
This position,
Okay.
find object up to and including a boat trailer, and just go like this.
Just rubbing the fucking head on stuff.
Yeah, like right in between the index and the ring finger.
Oh, and even holding it like that. That is the most incredible thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay,
I forgot.
That is how personal it should be.
I will never get that.
That's how personal you're supposed to be, because you were willing to talk about it.
I will never look at a boat trailer the same again,
brother. Let me tell you, neither do I.
Bro, he's got this.
He's got this.
Like I made a whole short one time maybe a year ago, where I made a weird comment about a boat trailer. Everyone in the comments who doesn't know me is like, what are you talking about? I'm like, if you know, you know. Anyway.
The craziest thing I've ever heard. That's incredible. I'll add one little caveat to it. Also, is if I don't think that I would be able to defend my stance to my mom, and I've told a lot of people this, I won't do it. So if I have like a really, really hot take, my mom doesn't need to agree with it. But if I'm not willing to say that thing out loud to her, then I won't.
Oh, it's like, because like there's certain things you'll say like in a moment of like high temper, like high blood pressure, like kind of moment. It's like, would you say that's in front of your grandma? Is another good rule I've heard people use.
Yeah, that's a good one too. And again, it's not that she needs to agree with my point. It's that I need to be willing to defend that point in front of her. So like when I had the video of like I had a video about like fucking graffiti in the bathrooms and like sharps containers being everywhere and like all these different things that you just start to see when there starts being like higher levels of crime in neighborhoods. And I didn't think that was a hot take. That was a really fucking hot take apparently, because that ended up getting like across platforms, I think like 10 million views, and ended up getting on short of Fox News, it was on like every conservative media channel you could have imagined. Oh yeah. I didn't think it was a conservative take in the slightest. I thought that was just I don't want to run.
You know why that is? It's because it's been taught, like, how do I explain this? There's no nice way to bad behavior has been tied to certain cultures.
Yeah.
Like I don't like I'm not racist. That's not how I operate.
Herman, I hear you.
I don't like, how do I explain? I don't like ghetto culture. I grew up in Tacoma, Washington. I don't like it, dude. It's not safe. I hate it.
I played one of the last shows that I ever played in my music career was in Tacoma. Yeah. And I remember going there and I was like, we have to leave somebody in the van at all times or we are going to get robbed. Like it was crazy. But yeah, so I made that video. Everybody got super like saucy in the comments. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys mad about? And then I was like, would I defend this to my mom? Absolutely. So then I didn't care and I moved on. But anyway, all right. On that note, dude, thank you so much for having me on. All you guys, I really appreciate you having me on.
Man. I always worry. I like reach out to someone I don't really know. I'm like,
reach out to fucking everyone. They might not
like me anymore. But
reach out to fucking everyone, bro. I went ice fishing with one of my followers last weekend. It was crazy. He DM'd me and was like, hey, crazy question. Do you want to come stay at my house and go ice fishing? And I was like, Abso-fucking-lutely, I want to do that. I had never met him. I had no idea what he looked like. He didn't have a profile picture of him. So I knocked on his door and met him and his wife. They made me dinner. I crashed in their guest room and we went ice fishing in the middle of nowhere and caught one. It was amazing.
To not have children. Yeah, no, I remember. I went for a date with a girl at a bar once, and then I wasn't driving home that night. The date was a bus. She was crazy. Normally into that, but she wasn't into me. Anyway, long story short, I ended up like hanging out with those guys for like 3 hours. Like, dude, you want to go camping in the mountains? Like this native guy. I'm like,
fuck yeah.
You might kill me, but yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah. All righty. See you later, gang.
Have a good night, bro.
Thanks for coming on, man. Woo! Sorry, Herman. You're never gonna forget that.
No, I won't.
Oh, Christ Almighty!
I mean, I might need therapy now.
So I'm not.
How exactly did he do the act?
He asked the question.
This is the question you don't have to answer.
I know, but it's. I was going to make a video about it.
Now that you ask.
It's like video. I'm not advocating.
Then I twisted my hand around like this
on the internet, but if I had, this wouldn't have happened. It wasn't until I was a very much an uncomfortable age before I figured out I'm doing this wrong. All right, cool.
Did I mention how I sprained my shoulder doing it?
It's like, how do you dislocate your shoulder? AC, that sound is diabolical. It's like boing, the like 80s synth soundtrack and a boat turns on.
Yeah, boing. But yeah. Did we sink or float Hercules?
Oh, we were all over the place. We went way over the branching patches today. I think I would float it. I really like Hercules.
I'd float it too. It's a classic.
I think it's a floater.
Yeah. All right.
Like a turd, float. No, I really like Hercules. It's not the best of the Disney Renaissance films, and it has a couple identity issues. But it's a very competent movie. It's very funny. It's a very easy, fun movie to watch.
And it has James Woods.
And James Woods was incredible. Yeah. No, it was really,
and DeVito, it's like lined up. Yeah.
2 words.
I don't know if you guys remember the marketing at the time in the 90s, but like the Centaur scene, they had this special trailer where you got to see it you got to see it as a sketch animated, and it slowly comes to life.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
They were working on that on Hercules. They worked on Hercules a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it? Was it Hercules or was something else? But it was like there was the A team, like the big boys. They were working on Hercules, and then the B team, which worked on the Lion King.
Yeah, funny enough. Yeah,
so funny because
it's crazy. Yeah.
I don't think Disney has made a better animated film than the Lion King.
It's pretty good.
I'm not even saying it's my personal favorite, but I can't think of another Disney animated film that's better than it.
My favorite is still Up.
So that's Pixar though. That's straight.
But was that Pixar? I thought it was Disney.
No, that's Pixar. Yeah, that might have been before the merger too. Yeah, no, Up is a lot of fun. That's a fun movie. My dad's favorite animated film of all time by any company is Surf's Up. I think what was that DreamWorks? Yeah, that might have been.
I don't remember that.
That has a lot of Hawaiian themes, right?
Yeah. It Surf's Up. It's Shia LaBeouf as a surfing penguin from Antarctica, and they're all birds, and the guy from Napoleon Dynamite is a chicken. And yeah, it's filmed documentary style, and it's really pretty funny. But very quotable, and it's very like 90s surf culture, which is what my dad got inundated with when he moved to Maui in the 90s.
the artist, the shout outs to the Letourneaus, the family I lived with, and during high school, the patriarch of the family was a professional artist. He did like children's books, family portraits, has gone on to do like certain major game art, like board game. he always said that the Jungle Book was the absolute best, and I actually caught him a few times. You know, I don't know, come up to go to the bathroom or something. He's just like sitting there, literally studying frame by frame the Jungle Book, squinting at the screen and stuff. Guy's a brilliant artist too, and he it was always particularly the scene where Mowgli is like trying to climb up the tree, and it's just when you think about the level of animation going into that,
Oh,
like
it's so much work getting the timing right. Each
it looks
frame,
so
like
real.
how far will he go up
Yeah.
with this motion versus this motion? It's not just
Yeah.
this continuous like steady go. It's like with the
Mhm.
pace of the child kind of thing.
And there's the thing is about Disney is that they had like different styles over the years. Like you had the classic style that went into the 60s, and then you started seeing like Cinderella where they started moving into the more modern style, sort of cubist.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then you started getting the more going back to the classics later on. I think probably 90s is probably when that happened.
Well, yeah, they had the Renaissance era. Renaissance started with The Little Mermaid
Yeah,
in like 89, I think. Yeah.
my niece she was a Little Mermaid fanatic because when she saw it.
Yeah. My mom, she was younger than my dad by like, so she's 72, so 89, so she's like maybe 16, 17 when that movie came out. And so when I was a kid, whenever she would like be singing in the kitchen or whatever, it would always be like Little Mermaid songs.
Mhm.
And it's like a core memory for me is my mom singing that when I was little. And it's like it's funny too because like I like the Little Mermaid, but it's kind of a terrible message in
A little
some
bit.
ways.
In some ways,
Yeah, it's like, yeah, she's a selfish little bitch.
Yep.
Also, I like
And a
that
whole generation of women.
It renders it down pretty
Yeah.
well.
yeah, it's like I have all these things. I'm royalty, and I have everything I could ever want. I want more. I'm
I
like,
want
"You yourself?"
more.
It's like, what if I just risked my soul for a chance to get kissed by a boy? Cool. Oh, Lord Almighty.
She
Yeah.
got her 2 legs. Kahuna.
Yeah.
She got her 2 legs out of that Faustian pact.
And then
That's the other thing.
go ahead.
That's the other thing, the Faustian. It's
Yeah,
like Faustian.
There's
It's like, sign your soul.
I took my wife to go when Beauty and the Beast came out. I took my wife to go see Beauty and the Beast.
The new one?
No, the old one. The
Dude,
one.
that's cool to get to see that in theaters. That's a really
Yeah.
good movie.
So
I don't agree with it, but I do love all the memes in the modern day of like Gaston was right. That was a
Yeah.
werewolf who was capturing
The
people.
memes are great, yeah. Same with like The Empire was right, all that stuff.
and the thing is that that's the one movie that I thought had a very good setup where they went through how the Beast became the Beast.
It was short to the point,
fair.
and also some of the artistic things they did in that movie,
Yeah.
like that was when they were like they really found a good blend between the 2D and the 3D. Like for the
Yep.
ballroom scene is insane. The transformation scene of the statues and the aesthetic of the castle later,
Mhm.
unbelievable. Like you freeze frame any moment there, and it's just like jaw dropping art. It's really, really insane.
And then after that, I mean, I would be hard pressed to find anything that really, stood out until roughly The Lion King, and then like I said, like Hercules. They tried to do like the Princess and the Frog. I don't think that had a major impact. And then they had, I think,
It didn't have a major
Pocahontas.
impact, but I think The Princess and the Frog is actually a pretty good movie with
Yeah.
a pretty reasonable message.
They got back to their roots. That's a good idea. I like that was a good idea.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but
In my
it's
opinion.
like it really didn't. It
It
didn't
should have taken off more.
strike the chord, and then the only one that
Right.
did after that, and it's because they marketed it heavily, was Pocahontas.
That wasn't
Yes.
after Princess and the Frog. That was before.
It was before,
Yeah,
or maybe
Princess and the Frog.
it could have been that because that one was so heavily marketed that one they pushed so heavily that anything came after it kind of like
Yeah.
I saw
He-
some viral body cam
Almost like
footage
that.
of the actress, the voice actress that played Pocahontas herself. She like was having like a mental break or something. It unfortunately went viral, and somehow I just randomly saw it. I like wasn't looking for it or anything. It just popped up in somebody's compilation. But it was just like, oh wow! And as soon as she talks, it's like, yeah, that's her. Holy crap!
Oh, you can hear it.
It's crazy. Yeah, she kind of looks like the cartoon too a little bit. It's like
So Asian,
yeah, they were a little,
yeah.
a little bit.
It-
My
looks like
my
the cartoon.
favorite is actually no, I want to say Phantasm, but that's not it. It's Fantasia.
Yeah,
Fantasia.
that was cool. Yeah, that was some groundbreaking animation. That was really quite something. And it's like then you look at like I was talking this with Otter the other day. Also, the fact that Otter is is like a small man equivalent of Bear in the gay community is hilarious.
That is hilarious. Oh my god,
As
I
soon
didn't
as I
tell him
found
you
that
said
out-
that.
he's the Lord.
But yeah, we're talking about like Pixar. It's like the last Pixar movie that was really something. Probably Coco.
Yeah,
That's the last really good Pixar movie, and that movie is really good.
It was pretty good. Yeah, pretty
my
solid.
wife said she had watched it. I actually just watched that over Christmas.
Nice.
And my
Oh,
wife
fun.
said, "You got to watch this movie. You got to watch it." I was like, "I don't really want to watch this movie." And I'm watching this movie, and I'm getting freaking choked up near the end.
I'm like,
And it's like,
I feel emotions.
With his like grandpa, right? Was it his
Yeah.
grandpa? Or
it
yep.
was, yeah, he
Yeah.
eventually finds out who his father
See,
is.
I only saw it like once at an obscure time, and I even like that stuck with me a little bit.
Watch it again, dude. Especially now that you have a little Alex.
I think that's when I saw it. Yeah, it was post.
Okay, yeah.
Post Xander, yeah.
My favorite was of
Yeah.
all of them was probably Up.
Yeah.
Up is a really interesting movie.
Yeah.
I like it. It's not my favorite, but the humor is some of the best humor Pixar.
It was one of those movies that was out of left field.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
It's
the
like, I saw marketing. I'm like, who asked for this movie?
exactly.
one.
I thought
Yeah.
to myself, yeah, I'll never go watch that. And
But
so
then
I
you
went and I
do.
watched it, and when the dogs came out with the talking collars, I laughed
idea.
until I
Yeah.
cried.
Go because it's plausible, right? A little.
Well, it's not plausible. It starts out with these three Dobermans, but the one Doberman's got like a busted collar, so his voice is like 3 octaves higher. Exactly.
They will never escape.
Exactly. And it's like
Scary dog.
it's
That's a scary one.
perfectly timed. I laughed so hard I cried.
Yeah, it's good
Then they
stuff.
fixed it and it sounds, and then Doug the dog.
Yeah.
I just met you, and I love you.
Love you.
And I love you.
Please be my prisoner.
He's so good. Yeah, that's some good stuff. I always gravitated to like The Incredibles and like Wall-E.
Oh, I love The Incredibles too. I
It's
like
like-
the first one.
Wall-E is really cool because like there's no words; it's just visual storytelling.
That's
Exactly.
For
what's
like the
appealing.
first
Yeah,
half hour. It's
that's what's
really
appealing
impressive.
about it. For sure. It's really It's like a book. It's like
And The Incredibles is a very family oriented, a traditional family oriented movie. And then
Very
the second
American.
one came out. The second one came out, and I was like, "What the hell did you do to this
yeah,
franchise?"
yeah. Drifting away.
Hold on. News in the chat. Coco is getting a sequel. Motherfucker, how? Why? Don't
Yeah,
ruin
why?
it.
There's
Leave
no
it alone.
point.
You got to resurrect all the other ancestors and like have like a I don't know
Herman, I gotta
a
ask
heist
you this. You've
plot.
been around for a little while longer than me.
Just
Slightly.
a tad.
Just a little.
Get off
when-
my lawn.
When did they start? When did companies and like producing companies start? Have they always made sequels for movies that never needed one? Has that always been the case?
No, some
Yeah.
some just that was like, this is as good as it. I'll give you a prime example. Around the time of Star Wars, there was a big breakout movie, and it starred a lot of the guys like Daniel Stern and a few other guys that you would know right away. It was about this bunch of losers who come together to participate in a like a grand or like a long distance bike race, and I can't remember what it is. It's like Going the Distance or something like that. But anyways, so it was a very inspirational movie, and it was one of those movies that was like one of a kind, very feel good, and really had a lot of buzz. It was roughly around the same time as Star Wars, and that's the one that really made. I think it got like Oscars and something like that. But they never did a sequel to it because there was no point.
And some stories there's room and even like a yearning for more. Some movies it makes sense.
Like
But
Ghostbusters,
a lot of movies don't need a sequel. I've had series where I like some of the sequels, but I acknowledge they don't need to exist. They really don't.
Highlander was one of them.
There's a lot of I would argue the first one shouldn't do.
Well, if you compare
American
the second
culture.
one to the first one, makes the first one look like a frickin' Oscar award winner.
That's
The
second
first
one-
Highlander came right out of the minds of American college students, Kahuna. That's pure culture right there. You gotta keep
Pure
every
culture.
ridiculous facet of that.
Also, yeah.
And then there are ones like Alien. I mean, like Alien really didn't need a
Good stuff.
sequel, but it
Yeah.
got Aliens.
I'm glad they
And
had that.
yeah, and I'm glad that they had that. But then they went on to Alien 3, and everybody hates it, which I don't understand. I loved it.
Fell off more after that.
Alien 3 could have been a much better film. I think it's still fine. 4 Resurrection is one of the worst pieces of shit ever put together.
I know.
Resurrection is so embarrassing. It makes 3 look like a freaking Matt Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
It's bad. Dude.
You want to talk about contrived story?
Remember,
Anything to
do
get
you
frickin'
remember the
Sigourney
basketball
Weaver on the
scene?
screen?
Do
What?
you remember the basketball scene from
Yeah.
Alien 4?
Yeah.
Well, why did that? There was always a scene. Why were there so many why was basketball used to show physical competence in a lot of older films? It's like whenever someone's like really capable, it's like, oh, but can they play ball? Like, what?
So, but yeah, I was just, I walked out of there. I remember walking out of the movie theater and going, they really should have stopped at 3. I still watch it because it's like popcorn. It's a popcorn thrower movie.
You know why they didn't have guns in Alien 3?
Why?
Because
budget?
Sigourney Weaver made it a part of her contract.
Oh,
Political shit.
Because guns bad.
and I actually didn't mind. I thought my feeling is that when you do, like when they went from Alien to Aliens,
Suddenly
It
the
was-
aliens aren't a threat anymore in the same way.
well, no, they were a big threat. But the thing is that every sequel had its own character, so it was its own movie, and it was something different. You weren't rehashing the same thing. So
Which
like
is what
when
a lot of movies try to do.
yeah, they tried to
Explore
just
different things.
exactly. Or they're not trying to reboot it. And as a matter of fact, Sigourney Weaver wanted Ripley dead because she didn't want to come back again.
Yeah. Kill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
and
really
that's
feel that by the 4th movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they brought her back with a big enough check. Then all of a sudden she was all on board.
A
So-
clone arises in the future.
Also, like,
Resurrected.
if you guys haven't check on I think it might only be on Audible, so if that's the barrier of entry, maybe it's not for you, but they have the original Alien 3 script with graphic audio, meaning it's basically like watching a movie without the visuals. It has all the sound effects. There's no he said, she said. It's just a full cast voice acting, like audio only movie. And it's the original script for Alien 3, which is substantially better. Like all the characters from Aliens who apparently died in the freaking frozen unit are alive, and like Bishop and such. And it's a superior film.
I disagree.
Have you seen the?
I've listened to it, and I'm not going. You could never make a movie with this. There's just that. I mean, what happened was apparently there was a graphic comic, and that was taken from the graphic comic. But the problem is that with the different mediums, the graphic comic would not translate well to screen. I can tell you that right now. And there's a video about all the machinations that they had to go through to get Alien 3 onto the
Alien
screen.
3 was such a shit show behind the scenes.
I know. Oh my God.
Like, holy crap.
They must have went through like 5 different writers, and one of them, the concept that stuck was something like monks in space, and they preserved part of it. So, but
Monks in space.
Monks in space. And I think I personally think, because I personally like I actually kind of liked Alien 3. I like the fact that they didn't have guns and they had to face this thing
There's a
without
reason.
weapons.
Yeah, there's a reason to have that as a rule for a horror movie. Like, it makes the monsters more powerful.
And I was kind of glad after seeing 4. I was kind of glad they killed her off in 3, but no, they brought her back.
Yeah.
Now I've heard really good things about the new one. Please leave Predator alone.
Predator
Leave the
did nothing
franchise
wrong.
alone. It's like a battered. It's like an abused spouse at this point, man. Just
Free
just leave it
Predator.
be.
Yeah.
Well,
Ironically,
Predator.
Predator has been victimized.
the Predator movie.
Yeah, the Predator franchise,
franchise,
movie
yeah.
franchise. Yeah,
Oh,
because
geez.
like while I do love Alien and Aliens, Predator really spoke to me at 10 years old.
You have to admit, Alien versus Predator on paper, out of context,
Good idea.
is kind of a good idea. Yeah, that's kind of a
That
really
is the
badass
best
idea.
worst movie of all time.
But
Yeah, I
if
would
they would've-
go with that.
Yeah, if
I
they
didn't-
would
I
have
didn't-
took it
This
seriously,
is
or
the
something.
definition of popcorn flick. This is
Yeah.
brainless, and I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
So,
Yeah.
I like Predators, the one where they were on one of the hunting planets in the reserve.
With
Yeah.
Adrian Brody. It's not perfect, but it's really not as bad as people acted.
Yeah.
Like, compare it to The Predator.
Oh God.
Remember that movie? It's like autism is the future.
And then did you watch the animated series?
No.
Is that any good?
Or not the animated show? The animated show was awful. It
Oh.
was
Man.
was absolutely awful.
You can do almost anything and you make it awful. That sucks.
Yeah. The funny thing is that Predator and then Predator 2. Predator 2 was a great sequel. I
It
loved
was.
that sequel.
It was a fun movie, and it rehashes enough to give you what you want, but it's also new enough to not feel like the same movie. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, we went from the jungle to the urban jungle. It's no longer a special forces Arnold Schwarzenegger. I have tigers for arms. Like
Exactly.
badass, but it's like Danny Glover with his pole sliding skills and Fear of Heights.
Yep.
Also, the cultural enrichment, gang violence in that movie was
Yeah.
quite something.
Yep.
I do love
Razor
Razor Fist video on that. It's like he could, like his covering of those two films are maybe some of the best rageaholic cinemas that he ever did.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that was one of the ones that actually had a good sequel, I thought. And then
Yep.
it went off the rails. So
Well, and then they put an alien skull on the ship, and that created
Yep.
Alien
ADD.
versus Predator, yeah.
Gotta.
Yeah.
Gotta.
And then they came
Well,
up
kind of
with
like,
Prey.
did you guys catch the Scar pelt? Scar from Lion King. He had.
Oh yeah, in Hercules. Yeah.
He had the pelt.
Oh, yeah.
In Hercules. Yeah. Good stuff.
Thorne's like,
Nice Easter egg.
my dad was like, look at that lion pelt, and Thorne's like, yeah, he has a scar, and then he had like, oh, he figured it out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that scar.
It's yeah.
Or
one's
no,
good.
he didn't actually. That's not true. He didn't figure out. He did ask me like, why does he have a scar like in the Lion King? I'm like, that's supposed to be. It's a
Yeah.
reference. Yeah.
Yeah. Scar got away, and then Hercules just clubbed him. And he's like, "There, this will be good."
Yeah. That being said, this Hercules is a lot better than the one with The Rock and the other shitty one that they came out with around the same time. There was
The
two
TV show?
live action Hercules movies that came
Yeah.
out like in the between 2010 and 2014. I don't remember when exactly, but they were
Remember-
bad. They were very,
you-
very bad.
You remember Hercules and Xena?
Yeah, I only watched like 1 or 2 episodes of either of those shows, but I do remember them. I was sick watching TV in my grandparents' house because we didn't.
Pure 90s right there. Pure 90s.
Well, what was that one where one of them could speak to animals? It was in the same vein. Beastmaster, was
My
that
goodness.
Yeah,
That sound Dr.
movie was
Quinn,
good.
Medicine Woman.
the movie was good. I think the Beastmaster series was not that good.
Yeah, that was my impression as a child, actually.
Yeah.
No, but I have another. Here's a hot take. I think the Stargate movie is excellent, and that the series never really lived up to the film.
I am so in agreement with you on that one.
Thank God.
That's fair.
I love the movie. I started watching the series. I'm like,
what
the hell is this?
This is like cheap Star Trek. It's not. Yeah.
Exactly.
What do you guys think of Old Man Arnold in Predator? What do you guys think?
Is he coming?
If he
Please
did, what would you
leave
think?
it alone. Please just leave. Let the franchise cease.
Die. Yeah, die.
You're reminding me of My Mortality, Arnold.
Just
You know,
just like your relative at the hospital. Just just pillow. Shh. It'll
Just
all be
unplug.
okay.
Yep, unplug.
The thing is
I
that
tripped. Sir,
Ray-
that's the 8th time you've tripped since you've gotten here.
Prey had some good parts to it,
Yeah.
and then it went full stupid. It with the freaking tomahawk thing. It's no, just no.
Oh, Prey. Yeah, I
Yeah.
missed that one.
There's some. It's like it starts getting really good, and then they go full stupid,
Gotta.
and it just ruins it.
I finally got my dad with a movie recently because both my kids, but mostly Elric, my youngest, he is in love with Godzilla. He loves Godzilla movies.
Sick.
The Japanese and the American. He loves both. He's 5. He's allowed to like whatever he likes. But we were watching Godzilla -1, and after rewatching a couple times, I'm like, I think this is the definitive Godzilla film. I don't think there is a better one than this. But yeah, my dad came in for the last portion, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually a good movie." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I was surprised too."
I kind of like the one with was it Alan Cranston, or whatever his name is, Bryan Cranston.
Oh, like the
from
2014
Breaking Bad.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah. That was the first in the legendary ones.
yeah. That one I liked, and then they started.
They
with
went
the whole,
all legendary with it.
yeah, and I'm just like,
I like them for their own thing, but I think
Mhm.
Japanese Godzilla is more interesting than American Godzilla.
yeah. Well,
Like,
I mean, it's
Conceptually, it's a different monster depending
it's
on
closer. It's closer more to the source. I think the source of the actual movie, or the source of the actual story. Personally,
Yeah, it's like it has to do with technology and responsibility and
Mhm.
being honest. How much should we tell how honest should a government be with the public and things of that nature? There's the original film 1954 asks a lot of really interesting questions,
Yeah.
and I think -1 is the best blend of all elements. It has easily the most compelling human element. And it asks a lot of similar questions, maybe not quite as well. Honestly, the 54 asks a lot of really interesting, deep questions.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was really the hallmark Godzilla movie up until I think Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
So
I even like Shin Godzilla. I think it has the best atomic breath scene in any of the films by a lot.
yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard too. I haven't seen either Shin Godzilla or Godzilla -1 yet, so I can only
Oh.
work with what I have.
You gotta watch -1.
Yeah.
It's like Godzilla almost doesn't matter. It's just a really good film. Talking about whatchamacallit, like the Japanese, like some Japanese ideas too. Like the main character, a lot of his story is tied directly to his kind of failure to live up because he was like small spoiler. This is the very beginning of the movie. Find this out. He was a kamikaze pilot
Mhm.
who faked having an engine problem so he wouldn't have to
Yeah.
kamikaze, and that was very shameful. And people all kind of suspected that, and so he had to carry that with him. Oh, he's a coward. He didn't love his country enough to die for it, and yeah. Hi, Mrs. Pritchard. How are you? How you be?
Hey, good. How are you?
Very good. Much not as black as you in this picture, but yes, very good.
She's speaking to us from the shadows. Go to the light.
I'm glad you missed earlier's conversation. I'm glad you missed that one.
Yeah,
Why?
you don't want to know. You
I
really don't want to know.
It got really personal. We were talking with our guest about how personal he gets with his content, like how much to share and what he does. And he's like, for him, he was molested when he was young, and he's talked about that. When it comes to himself, he's willing to share just about anything because he's shared about that.
So it's like me.
Yeah. When it comes to other people, that's where it kind of gets hesitant. So we were kind of aligned on that. I'm like, yeah, if it's me, I don't care. I was making an offhand. I'm like, if it's me, I don't care. I learned to jerk off the wrong way. And then
He's going there again.
and that
As we
turned
do.
then that
Of
turned
course
into
my
story
husband-
time. And then that
Of
turned
course,
into
my husband to do snoo into it.
Snoo stew.
yeah.
Hashtag snoo snoo.
And then to Herman's unending terror, he asked for he wanted to know what that looked like. So I'm like, oh, here's the mic. Anyway, that's what this looked like. And that was-
And I will never forget that now for the rest of the
I've heard just about everything, especially with you, Kahuna. Some of our conversations have been quite off the fucking rails.
Who let Herman? Yeah. Who let him on here? Well,
Jiminy Cricket is part of the Mike S. Miller round table
sweet.
group.
Yeah,
And
also
he-
for those. Yeah.
He's the guy who's also done the covers for The Revenant and The Cult. So
Oh, so
Hi,
he did the
Jiminy.
really good covers.
Heck
yes,
yeah.
he did the really
by
good
the way,
covers.
I'm sorry to hear about your molestation.
Who, me?
Well, whoever said they were molested, I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah. No, that
Sorry
was our
about
guest.
that.
He's not here now.
Oh.
I'll be contraring. I'm not sorry. I didn't do it. No.
Yeah, just for the sake of
Okay, sorry
contrarianism,
to hear. God, don't be such a bitch.
we celebrate. I'm just kidding.
We celebrate AC, Jesus, dude.
Uh,
That's like your wife says the right.
we need to be
thing, and I say
contrarian
a wrong
There's the
thing, and
line,
you take it
And there's the
further.
step over it.
against the curve.
Jiminy, what was your inspiration? Like, yeah, if you tell us about what it was like working with Hunter on those covers. How much direction did he give you? Did he scream at you a lot? Or did he forget to pay you because he's old? What happened there? Any story time? Let us know.
I did tell him to get off my lawn a couple of times.
That's fair. I wouldn't want his kind on the lawn anyway.
This-
His
it's not-
kind being
but
crickets. Yeah.
It doesn't have as much impact when it comes. That doesn't have as much impact when it comes in an email. But you
Get
know,
off my lawn. I'm working for you.
I show up and my husband leaves, but to be fair, he's probably picking a child off the ceiling.
Yeah, he's been a little preoccupied most of this stream.
Oh, there
it's
he
okay
is.
though. He has that great cover in the background. It just gives me something nice to look at.
I try.
Will
I've
you
been
move, AC? I
managing-
can't see it now. I'm kidding.
I've been managing my my son. You know how it is. He's winning jackpots right now on a little pig jackpot vending
Oh, I can
slot
hear it.
machine. Yeah, he's laughing. He's like, ah, ha, ha.
he's currently watching the lotto numbers.
Yep.
He's smoking cigarettes and gambling. He's like,
Yeah,
really,
he's got
really
that.
picking up the culture around here.
The Cruella DeVille cigarette holder.
Oh yeah,
Really?
it's like this
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew we
Wait.
shouldn't have moved to the reservation.
Yeah,
He's
that
learning
did
to
it.
double down in blackjack
Yeah,
right now.
He's gonna get drunk on firewater and go on walkabout.
It's probably inevitable.
You got it.
That's how I met Andy.
Mhm.
Oh,
He was a
AC, I
black-
just saw your the cover or the thumbnail for this stream. How did you get the font? It looks so good.
I
I just noticed that. You did a really good job.
The original thumbnail was just the a touched up version of the original poster art from the 90s that I added the Iron Seas flag to, and like just did some airbrushing, and I tossed it in the movie chat in our Discord, just so kind of like, hey, this is the movie coming up to everybody basically. And as it sat there, because this stream got put off
For a week, yeah.
as it sat there, Animation Overload, kind of somewhat of our resident artist, he was just bored one night and then just like grabbed it and then just like turned it into Iron Seas. And you know, I touched it up a little bit more and then switched it because it looked so good. I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna. Okay, so no wonder it looks so good. He did it. That's why.
The only other thumbnail, that because I would like every single thumbnail to be like that. It just requires like a little bit of work. But the only other one that came close to kind of like adapting our name into like the poster like that was the Scott Pilgrim episode. And
Okay, yeah.
It's because the poster was really simple. It was just red with like chalk or something, you know, like.
Yeah, it's weird which ones are really good and which ones, you know, could have been better. But it's like, yeah. I'm so bad at thumbnails compared to everybody else. Most of mine are
tricky.
Bad.
They're tricky, man.
Hey, Maji, thanks for joining us. I'm glad you joined now and not earlier. I'm not going to explain this again, but things were revealed. Things you'll never forget. Visuals were used. Mics were props for human anatomy. It was a time.
I've already scheduled therapy.
There you have it.
Herman may never recover.
No.
He may actually become normal just as a coping mechanism at this point.
Wait, Cruella's getting a sequel?
Yeah, I was reading that by Billy. Yeah, Cruella is getting a sequel. I'm like, the Cruella movie? Sure. I didn't hate that movie. It was fine. But it doesn't need a sequel. It was like Maleficent getting a sequel. It didn't need. It was already like a weird prequel.
Well, if it's good, who gives a shit? But
I care if a movie doesn't, because it's not going to be good enough to outweigh it. Shouldn't its lack of meaning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, real quick. Herman.
Yeah.
What would Jordan say about meaning in film?
Hang on.
We got Jordan Peterson on the line, babe.
There we go.
Well,
see Jordan Peterson.
What was the question again?
What do you have to say about movies and their meaning and whether they should exist or not?
Movies, the meanings in movies are very Freudian. And, you know, Freud, he was always obsessed with sex and a lot of that, sort of stuff below the waist. And very unhealthy.
Blame him, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at the guy. He was very ugly and very. I mean, he probably never ever had a wife, or they probably never even had sex. I mean, it just happens.
He didn't clean his room, and then this is where
well, no, Freud did clean his room, probably a bit too much.
Yeah, frankly, Freud is a whole.
But I've seen the medical records. He had a hog.
Yeah, and there was cocaine involved. I mean, who can't, there's certain impotence effects that happen with cocaine. It's typical.
That's really funny, and and if that's true, I didn't know that. Anyway. Anyway, Miss Pritchard, how have you been? You've been on the road a lot recently. You've been driving everywhere.
It's hard to move over 4 hours away and just do all the things. And I mean, we're really in the middle of nowhere. And coming up, we're going to have, it's been like -30 with the wind chill and maybe around -10 to 15, just like normally. But the next few days are going to be -30 with wind chills in the -60s. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's been wild, but it's so nice. Being homeowners is such an amazing feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard, but it's the right choice.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
it's good.
it has a way of like forcing perspective. Like, I don't know, for example, as soon as we bought
What
the
you
house.
really need.
Well, yeah, and what
And
really
right
matters
now,
and stuff.
with everything happening in Minneapolis, it's good to get out of Minneapolis. So we still
Picking
have,
up,
family there, but
yeah.
at least, yeah. If shit gets too crazy, like there's places people can stay, and our family are at our house. Did you guys just see that metal thing hit my forehead?
Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, it's not that we're not as cold as you guys, obviously nowhere near even right now. But it's been cold enough like in the mornings, like some of like we've been needing to pump out these holes at work. Very nice holes, the big
I like
hole,
getting
best
pictures
holes,
of your
frankly.
hole.
My frozen hole does not
Yeah.
does not do well in the weather. It's hard to
Oh
pop.
God, here we
What
go.
about
More
my
therapy on
favorite
the way.
My favorite GIF where the pink train's like crashing into the tunnel.
Oh yeah, from Family Guy.
Sad about that.
Yep.
Oh, it's like there's this old movie. It's like they were told they couldn't put a sex scene in the movie, and so literally like as like they kiss, it's a long kiss. He goes to like take the dress off her shoulder, and then the train goes into the tunnel. I'm like, all right, that's
Nice.
that's where this started. Thank you.
Smooth, yeah, smooth. Yep. We all saw that. We all saw what happened there.
Why
Yeah,
why do we need why do we need a sequel to the prequel, guys?
I don't know. I'm glad I'm not the only pervert though. Thanks for being perverted with me, Kahuna.
We have to explore the darker side every now and again.
Yeah.
No,
We checked out that
Marvel.
new George R.R. Martin show, The Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh, you watch it?
The first episode,
I haven't seen it. I need to.
pretty cut and dry, standard first episode, just getting to know characters and stuff. But there was some unnecessary scenes in there that I was disappointed to see. Like they just had him like
And
pooping.
what show, babe?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's another thing I don't need to see in a movie.
What the
Somebody
fuck
growing
was
a
that?
tail.
Laying trow.
Yeah.
Unless
I was like, what the
unless it's the movie Me, Myself, and Irene, and it's Jim Carrey. That
Well,
scene
right.
is brilliant.
And
Have you guys-
this is like Game of Thrones, like epic cool night stuff, and like I get there's some like awkward humor, but like I don't know, to dedicate a whole scene to just like
a bit
having him
much.
shitting, it's like okay.
Yeah.
Is this what you think of the story? Right
Yeah,
off the bat, you're just disclosing that.
He looks up at the bird, and it's like he could have totally looked up at that bird without shitting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like have him look at a bird. I don't know. You don't have to have him shitting.
Like up under a tree or go look at it or whatever the fuck.
They-
Sleeping under it. Who gives
They
a
wanted it to be grounded, man.
Yeah.
Nothing
Like
more
real
grounded than
life.
wiping
shit?
grass
What's
on
the
grass.
symbolism
Yeah.
in that? Like I got this
Yeah.
tarot deck one time, and the art's important because it's like it's a lot about like connecting to energy and like base meanings and your own like interpretation. Your intuitive interpretation of like the art. So you have to have a good deck that you, I guess, connect with. And I just got this one because it had a really cool raven or something on like the back of it of the box. So I thought it was going to be like birds and stuff. But it was all very like pornographic, like same exact body type, like, and I'm like, how am I supposed to interpret this? Like, oh, there's one titty. Oh, there's two titties in this one, and they were all like that.
Yeah, it's like when I had a real like I watched part of Howard the Duck when I was young. My parents must not have been there because it's not a child appropriate film.
Howard the Duck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What the fuck is that?
that's it was a movie that came out. Oh, Christ.
George Lucas made this movie.
Yes.
What?
What?
After Star Wars, he makes Star Wars Episode 6, the best, like one of the best films of all time and best trilogy ever. And then he makes Howard the Duck.
Text me that so I remember to look into that.
I will,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's
Isn't-
like from the very first scene, like, there's like Duck Playboy on this duck planet. It gets weirder and stranger from there.
What
The girl from Weird Science bones a duck man.
So I can like, I don't know, get high and laugh about it, right? That kind of movie.
I don't think there's any other way to enjoy that film, actually.
Okay, good.
No,
Good.
I don't recall it being a big hit back then. So I remember it coming out.
Pieces of shit and have the best time because we have the best commentary together, Andy and I. And I always fucking predict almost everything that happens. I'm not even joking, right? Babe?
What's Howard the Duck? Kids today. So desensitized by video
Babe,
games, television.
are you listening?
It's true.
So
He's making fun of you and calling you a child, even though you're significantly, a large portion older than I am.
What
By
the
like
fuck?
300 years.
That's so rude.
Oh yeah, like you can't make fun of me. Look what I'm wearing. Look what I look like.
I never make fun of you, actually.
yeah.
I've ever made fun of you.
I find older women are often much more polite than.
Well, if you go back about an hour and a half, you'll have something.
I love you, Diane. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you just call me Diane?
I did for sure. Yeah.
First of all,
We do a
my
little bit of
old
trolling.
ass. My old ass will. You'll find out.
Yeah, you'll grab your walker and it's like between your aged walking and my fat ass, it's gonna be the slowest chase of all time.
You know, I'm gonna have to see you this year, so.
That's true. That'd be fun. That's gonna be fun. I'm so
Oh.
excited.
It's gonna be fun for me, bitch.
That not as fun as me though. I got to be a not racist but slightly prejudiced small town cop. It's like a dream come true.
A borderline cop, dude. That's the way.
I'm just gonna play myself.
Yeah, Maji, Howard the Duck is not a kids movie. The girl from Weird Science bones a duck. And he
What?
has a
Rock.
twisted
Yeah.
it's a dude. That
Oh,
movie
Alright.
is
If
I
it's
can't believe that
bestiality
movie
and
exists.
It's like disgusting. I probably won't find it funny.
No.
No,
actually.
it's really strange. It's very, very strange.
Is it worth watching though? Because
Herman, what do you like? I watched this as a child and I thought
Where's
it
the
was a
nickname?
fever dream. I thought it didn't exist until I got older. I'm like, someone's like, we're going to talk about this movie, the George Lucas man. I'm like, that was real. Oh,
I remember it. I remember when it came out. I never went and saw it. It's like, yeah,
Okay, hold on.
nah.
You guys, do you remember who's seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
what a shit film. Sorry.
It's so fucking overrated. Okay, and then they have him like jerking off to like, isn't it like weird like cartoons with like dog heads and women's bodies? And he's like,
I forgot.
it's so fucking
Furryism.
weird. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Like, that's fucking. So if it's like that, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this? And then
Yeah.
not even like can't have fun watching it anyway.
This is what Maji said about Howard the Duck. Don't do it. It's a furry's dream. I never considered that this movie might have made furries.
It could have spawned some
Proto-furry.
furries. Yeah. Could have made some furries.
I mean, when that rocket ship takes him, and you know what's fun? That Howard the Duck is technically a Marvel film.
Yep. I think
That's
this is
crazy.
what made the furries the most, though. It was the Wilhelm scream.
Ah! Ah!
How does he?
I
how do you
love
do it?
when a modern day movie uses it. If
I
for some
love
reason
it.
back then I'm like, it's good. If a modern movie uses it now, I'm like, this is intentional. Like,
Yeah.
no one in the history of mankind has ever screamed that way, besides that recording specifically.
It's good stuff.
It's up there
Is
with
that-
Hi, Mark.
I did not hit her. I did not.
You're tearing me apart.
Oh, that movie's fun. That movie's so bad it's funny though.
Yeah.
And it's very, remember how it has like 2 back-to-back long intimate scenes? Like with a weird pillow fight including a child in the middle.
What the fuck?
That movie, that's not Howard the Duck. That's whoa, what the hell was that called? The Room.
The room.
That movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that movie is something else. That's pretty good.
Oh God.
It's like some movies are so bad that and they're funny because they're so bad. Some movies are just bad. Like Herman, did you ever see Battlefield Earth?
Yes.
What a flaming turd. What a horrible film. A star-studded horrible film.
I didn't think it was an awful movie, but holy
Rewatch
crap.
it.
No, I mean
Rewatch
I've rewatched a couple times. I didn't think it was a horrible movie, but it was stupid. I mean, the stupidity was thick.
They tried to put like post-production make it like The Matrix.
Yeah.
And it was not filmed that way at all, or with the same art and direct. Oh, yeah, it tried so hard to suck off The Matrix. It was
bad, and it had, oh God, what was it? It had
John
guy played-
Travolta,
yeah,
Forrest
John
Whitaker, and like
Travolta.
900 other people. It's
Well,
like
I
it's
think
like yeah.
Barry Pepper, and and that was a L. Ron Hubbard story.
Yep, it was. I remember that. Hold on, there's also like we're thinking about bad movies now. There was a movie written by Stephen King. It was never a book. What was it? Was it Skinwalker? What was it?
There were Skinwalkers. I remember seeing that one. I was like, this is a stupid movie.
That movie is so awkward. It's funny.
Yeah. I'm like sitting there in the theater watching this going, really? He's kissing his mom? Really? Yeah.
Also, it was like it's incest. It's fake incest. Which is all yes. Yeah, Skinwalkers. That is. Oh wait, no, that's not right. What? It's not it. Sleepwalkers. That's right. Sleepwalkers.
And they hated cats. And I mean, some people think that's a really good cult movie. I was just like, yeah.
Also, did you notice how many stars are in that movie?
No, I really didn't. I mean,
it's like every scene there's a new like Hollywood star. It's like he called in every favor he had.
If he had to.
It's like, why is Ron Perlman in this flaming turd of a film?
And then there was the other one that they did, which was Lawnmower Man, which I think Stephen King sued over. That's one of the few movies where he actually sued over the adaptation. It was so bad.
That's saying something because there's a lot of there's some really good adaptations, but there's some exceptionally bad ones. Most of them, I would argue, actually.
So the only good adaptation I saw was Night Flyer. And that was one of those films that went very much under the radar.
I've never even heard of it, so yeah.
Yeah, it is very much under the radar. It's I want to say Jose Ferrer. No, it wasn't Jose. Miguel Ferrer, maybe. I think it starred Miguel Ferrer, and it was about a vampire that flies from airport to airport, and a tabloid journalist following it, trying to write the story of this, to sell to the tabloids. It is an excellent movie. So if you ever find it, watch it. It's very hard to find, but it's an excellent movie. It's kind of like up there with Near Dark. Have you ever seen that movie? It's one of those where it's a huge cult favorite. It flew very much underneath the radar. It should have been much bigger than it was, but it wasn't.
What's it called?
Night Flyer. The Night Flyer or the Night
So
or
it's
Night
about
Flyer.
A that flies to different airports and what? I'm so sorry, I couldn't hear.
Well, I don't want to spoil it entirely,
okay.
but yeah, he flies. It's a vampire that flies to different airports. So it's actually a really good movie. Probably not the best quality movie, but it's a good movie.
I would say Cujo was a decent adaptation as well.
Yeah,
not perfect, but like Cujo is maybe it's up there. It might be because Stephen King books are really big hit or miss. Sometimes I really like them, other times I really just can't stand them. Cujo is one of his best books, in my opinion. I think it really speaks to a very specific kind of fear.
Carrie was another one. That Carrie movie that came out in the city was
The
70s.
OG. That was I think
Yeah.
technically his first full length novel as well was Carrie.
Yeah, and I've read the novel. It was one of the few books of his that I didn't have to drag myself through, and I thought it was very well written because it broke up the story into, like the actual narration, and then he'd break to a panel of doctors discussing the patient.
Yeah,
So-
and that made it really compelling, and also showing the perspective of some of the antagonistic characters as well.
Exactly.
That's one thing I've always appreciated about Stephen King and his writing. It's not that everybody is like this, but I hate this idea that all people who do bad things are just misunderstood victims of some kind.
Yeah,
There
no.
are just shitty people, and I think people like Stephen King are able to show that in their writing and stories in a way that's very grounded and believable sometimes, not always, but it's like in Cujo there's the con man who's having an affair with the one woman, and he's like he makes a whole bunch of bad choices and bones a bunch of people and like a scam artist, and I'm like, I've known people like this, like just a complete disregard for any other person when they're unless he can get something out of them. It's just this very unbelievably like selfish mentality.
So, but then there was also they had Carrie, they had Christine, which was a good adaptation because John Carpenter. God, what was another one? They did The Stand. That was good. Salem's Lot.
I never saw Salem's Lot. I've heard it's really good.
You've got to watch the 70s movie Salem's Lot. It varies dramatically from the books, but it is a really good movie.
I believe. Oh, 1408, is that it?
Yeah.
That
John Cusack.
Yeah. That's a very effective horror film.
Mm-hmm.
They took just one of his short stories and they just that was good.
Then Maximum Overdrive, which is one of my guilty pleasures. It's a stupid movie, but it's a guilty pleasure. I love watching that thing.
Oh, also AC Diane, if you do yourself a favor, just watch a clip or two of Sleepwalkers when you get the chance. Early on in the film, before you know anything weird is really going on, this young handsome kid, he's in high school, he gets pulled over by the cop, and then the cop is trying to get actual favors from him. Ugh. And then this kid just casually reaches over, rips the guy's arm off. He's like, "You should keep your hands to yourselves." Reaches over, rips his arm off. So here's one of yours. What is this film? Oh, Christ almighty. Oh yeah, also the incest in that movie, Herman, they weren't real. It wasn't it was fake incest. So there's literally no reason.
Well, just the it was that was weird. The story was weird. I remember because I did see that at the movie theater.
You saw that in the theater?
I saw that in the theater.
Oh.
And I'm like, because I'm a big horror movie buff. And I was like, this is a stupid movie. I mean, this is really stupid. So
and I like horror, so there is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's that cop in the movie who got killed. He was stabbed in the center mass in his back with a corn on the cob to death.
I don't even think that's possible.
Right.
I don't think so either.
It would have to be frozen and then launched at you or something. I don't even know.
Oh, you know what? This movie is not. I was about to say spoiler. It literally doesn't matter. You know how the aliens are defeated in that movie, AC? Well, like every alien in every movie, the cats scratch them, and then they explode.
As you do.
It makes sense. It's
You guys
art.
ever watch the movie Evolution?
No.
Yes, with Sean William Scott.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh, that movie-
Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Ghostbusters, but aliens instead.
Yeah.
that movie was so funny.
Yeah.
They really wanted to make like a weird
stuff.
alien movie, and then they made that.
And then they made a weird alien movie.
It is a movie that should have
Exactly.
been terrible because it kind of was, but they
Yeah.
leaned into it so hard, and all the actors were really funny people.
Yeah.
At one point, Sean William Scott, he's Stifler, if you know. He serenades a dinosaur at one point. That's the thing that happens. The black guy, I don't remember his name. Like they had to pull out the parasite creature rectally, and they were not gentle about it. And then afterwards, he's like, "Man, I need some ice cream." It's like me and my buddy said this for years. Like, I need some ice cream. Hey man, it's okay. You made it through. What flavor? It doesn't matter. It's for my ass.
It's for
It's
my
like-
ass. Yeah.
I was maybe it's
It's
the
for
age,
ice
but I said that for probably 10 years. I
Good
me-
shit.
Me and my buddies would just crack up with that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sean William Scott, shout outs, Minnesotan from Minnesota.
He got paid. He was very funny, and he's also a decent character in one of the best action films of all time for me, and that's going to
Yep.
be The
Evolution?
Rundown with The Rock.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Rock action films.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Also funny.
Rosario Dawson. Yeah, just a good film overall. It's like it was The Rock, but it wasn't like a Rock movie in the same way a modern movie is.
Right.
It's like he felt like he could lose.
Yep.
In fact, he does get his ass kicked at one point by a little Brazilian guy.
As you do.
As you do.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
No, Brazilian beat the living piss out of him with your fists. Really
Yeah,
bad.
that'll do it. That'll do it.
All right. So yeah, any other subjects here before we start? We're coming up on that time. So, any other subjects you guys want to tackle before we start doing our final plugs?
I'm good.
Sweet. We have our lovely Miss Pritchard doing her makeup. I don't wear makeup during the day anymore.
Mhm.
You mean
Yeah.
that same-
Not since that time.
He weaned himself off of heels last week.
I've worn makeup maybe 5 or 6 times, not more than that though. And I
Yeah.
never applied it. I'm not gay.
Now that
Makes it
now that
not
I'm
gay
not
if
wearing
someone else does it, right?
now that I'm not wearing heels, my calves don't look right.
I can't, dude.
Right.
I've always been too heavy for heels. And I have large man pizza feet. You know, I've seen in the X-Men First Class when you see Beast feet. I'm like, that's my foot.
That's my. I relate to that. Yeah. I feel seen.
Except for like, I always thought I had big feet, but then I had a couple buddies in high school. It's like, oh yeah, I size 18 shoe. I'm like, what? Yeah, sure enough, his feet, they're like freaking dinosaur legs or something, man. It was crazy.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Herman. You are nearing the very end of your next book. You want to plug that real quick? Kind of give a little preview, or like?
Well,
you know,
it's the follow up to the Wizard Stone.
Yes, sir.
Odo is all grown up and he's a competent wizard, and he goes to a northern land of called the Seven Don. See if I can pronounce it right. The Seven Dani. It's called Sevendania. And he goes there to handle some problems that he uncovers. And it takes him across their land all the way up into a new colony where he deals with some very interesting stuff. And of course, it's kind of hard to talk about all this because
Spoiling, yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything. But it's probably I've actually really, really enjoyed writing this book, even though it's taking me forever. So I got about a chapter and a half left to go. The wife has given me pretty much 2 thumbs up with the exception of a couple chapters, which I might just leave in. And right now, it's probably going to be over 100. Well, I think it already is over 150,000 words. So
That's
it's
a
gonna-
solid fantasy novel. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's going to be a big boy. So
How
now I
how,
just
how many words was the Wizard Stone?
Wizard Stone was 82,000.
Oh yeah, that's a big jump. Yeah.
So then actually when I wrote the Revenant and the Cult, that was roughly 110 or 115,000 words.
And
And
that was before you split them up.
that's before I split it up.
Hmm.
And really, I probably should have split this book up, but whatever. So
It'll
so,
work
but
out.
yeah, it's coming. It's going to be later. It'll be probably released later on in the year. I'm thinking about releasing it when I do have the paperback, releasing it early through my store, and you would get a signed copy along with a bookmark and all that other stuff. Because I do have my online store now where you can buy my books. You can also buy book bundles, so you can buy all of my books. Like I have different combinations like the Revenant series and all that, where you can buy them. You get a small discount, and then if you use my code, which I can't even remember what the code is, but if you use my code, you get additional 20% off.
How sweet.
Just so long as you're in the United States. I don't.
If you're in Canada or Australia, sorry, it's a bad time for
fuck
you.
you guys.
Contact me. We'll do something up. I actually sent a full set of books to some guy in South Korea recently.
That's awesome. I love that. That's my favorite country to visit.
And he ordered the Revenant and the Tomb, or was it the Revenant? He ordered one of my books on Amazon. My book showed up before Amazon's did.
Oh wow.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Based.
that's cool.
So anyway,
No,
that's
I'm
that's
very
what I got going.
excited to see see Odo after he went to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and it finalized his education because that's what happened. Obviously, right?
Somebody saw that I had a book with wizard and called me satanic. So
Wow.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
call me
I
that
knew kids who
my
couldn't
journal
watch
and
Harry
stuff.
Potter because witches and spells and wizards.
well, there's a story to it, but we won't say that publicly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what's going on. Almost done. Should actually be working on it, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on, man.
Hey, no problem.
Jarrod was excited for it, but it's his birthday. He's turning 86. He gets older every time we tell the story. And his wife insisted that he take the night off, and that guy works like an animal. He deserves it.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
looking
happy.
He
great
deserves
for
it.
92, dude. What?
Yeah,
I
what is
know,
it?
150, oldest guy in Idaho. It's crazy.
Shout outs
Use oil of
to
Olay.
right. Shout outs to Chill Kid. I'm about to work on doing some guest vocals on one of his songs. He's gonna appear on Villainous Wake.
And
which
it is
is the-
amazing. You guys are gonna freaking love it.
Oh, the movie looks so good, guys. Like I was
Oh,
I was there when they filmed maybe 3 or 4 of the scenes. Even before editing, just footage on the camera, it looked so good, dude. Very, very excited. Though I did discover that my fat ass needs to lose a little bit of weight before I put that damn coat back on. That was a lot. That was a lot. It was like that scene in that old like teen like smut movie that came out years ago where like that one button is holding on for dear life on that one. That was my coat.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's gonna be a blast. I'm very excited. AC and beautiful Diane, you guys moved and you guys are living in a very cold place. So we'll keep you in our prayers. As for me, working through some stuff with the kiddos. It's gonna be an ever kids went through a tough situation. So it's gonna be an ever evolving kind of set of challenges.
Yeah.
And it's one that I look forward to completing. So yep. Pray for one another and have a great time. Thank you for coming aboard the Iron Seas. It is I, the ultimate Kahuna. I'll see you next Tuesday at 6:30 PST, the Lord's time.
And thank you.